We're not done right. Only in an order of Pepsi.
Oh,
Here's
I
a
can hear
50.
something, Rod.
Let's see the right name, Griff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there. Sorry. I just realized I was watching Back to the Future earlier.
Ah, that was Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah. Yeah. That was,
Nice.
part two.
Man, I love that, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just, I didn't tag you with it.
In
Yeah.
Taxi, he was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. Reverend Jim Gutowski. I fucking love
Yes.
one of my favorite one. Right on.
Hello,
Yeah.
everyone. This is Rod Thunderheart, my friend. I'm
Hey, hey, hey.
We've got a fire going. I don't know if this is. It's not really a white man fire because it's not big enough. It's a little small fire.
I've I've got to fix the place up and make a fireplace out here. Out here.
You should,
I'm
Rod.
honestly, yeah. I mean, shit, man. I'm way out in the country, so there's no fucking reason I should.
Thank you for having me stay at your place, man. I love staying at your place.
That oh man, you got to come
Was that
again.
three
And like
nights? I can't even remember. It was awesome.
it was at least two, probably two and a
It was
half.
at least two.
Because I think I mean, I think you had to get up, and then I'm like, okay, man, no, I really got to get going.
I did. Hi,
Yeah,
hi, Tiger Stripes. I sent you a link, so please check your DMs.
yeah,
And hey, Rod Thunderheart, you're in the chat too. And hello,
yeah.
Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne. Welcome. I
Hey,
saw you
Suzanne.
earlier. You were in the Lego build with Franco Steve. Yes, but yeah, well, this is the biggest I can legally have. Um,
Ah,
Normally my fires have pieces, well, like as big as I am. But this is, because it's still summer, so this is as big
yeah,
as we can have. We'll see.
yeah.
Rod, how are you? How are you tonight? I saw you in the chat for Rancor Steve's Lego build. That was fun.
Yeah, yeah, and I was in, and he had a Lego build the night before, the other night too, and and he actually had invited me on.
Oh shoot! I think I was at another bonfire over at my buddy Michael's place. So I think
Yeah,
that was last night.
yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Oh shoot! I'll have to go back and watch that. What did you guys build?
Um, he made a McLaren and
Oh,
something else I forgot.
yeah, I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. Sorry, Rod.
No, he didn't put me on the spot. I mean, shit, I was going to say, man, he built a McLaren, and there
Nice.
was, I think maybe it might have just been the McLaren, but like on the other hand, on the other hand, it was definitely kind of difficult because he actually went like 3.5 hours or 2.5 hours, I should say.
Oh, he normally doesn't go that long. And hello, Carla Burton, all the way from New Zealand.
Yeah.
What are you awake already,
Hey.
Carla? Isn't it like six
Well,
in the morning or something?
well, no, it's for her. I think it's probably like about tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, it would be. You're right. Yeah, she's like 8 hours behind me, and if it's 10 o'clock, okay, it's like 2 in the afternoon. Okay.
You
I
technically
guess,
have to.
yeah, you're supposed to be awake by 2, I guess.
Well, I was going to say 18 hours ahead, but hail Suzanne. Yeah,
I just look at the time now and subtract hours, and then, of course, it's the next day.
yeah, yeah.
It's a mental calculation. And yeah, yes, it's awesome to see Tiger Stripes in the chat. Carla Burton, you're one person I didn't send a link to, but if you wish to have a link, Carla, I can certainly do that. Hello, it's 5 at night. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so all I have to do is subtract 5 hours, and then a
Oh,
day ahead.
there's an interesting way of looking at it. Yeah,
Easy
I
peasy.
mean, yeah, I never thought about that either. I always just simply for having an Aussie brother-in-law. He'd always say like, oh, just think 18 hours ahead.
No, but then you got to add like double digits. It's easy just to subtract a single.
Well, it's just simply 12 hours from where you are, what it is, and then like, oh, it's 5 o'clock at night. Okay. Oh well, yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
My
But
brother is over in Perth. South of Perth in Bunbury, in a little place called Australind.
yeah.
It's not that little. Several.
Oh, wait a minute.
Dozens, thousands.
Can't come on unless I have my shirt.
No, you. I don't care. I've been on Rancor Steve's shirtless before in the summer. It was hot as hell. No, that's fine as long as you're wearing like underwear. That's cool. I have no. You don't need a shirt and tie and shoes. You can take off your shoes in this establishment. I went to a buffet once and took my belt off and hung it over the back of my chair. My roommate was really embarrassed. Hello, Carla Burton. Welcome. Hi.
No, this shirt.
Am I hard to hear? Oh, my microphone's way down here. I'm sorry. Thank you, Carla Burton. Yeah, there. My mic was down on the. I was trying to capture the fire.
Good, because you were kind of like
Oh,
muted or something. I was like, I thought it was my problem at first, but no, good.
Well, let's
Right
get a
on.
third opinion, shall we? Welcome and hello to Tiger Stripes.
Hey, you guys.
Hail, Tiger Stripes. How you doing?
Hey.
Can you hear us?
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Beautiful.
totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Herc
cool.
130. Good to see you, brother.
You have one of those voices where you could just listen and drift off to sleep. It's
Oh, totally.
Is that a good thing?
That's a good
That's
thing.
a very sweet voice.
Absolutely, like an ASMR thing. Not that I'm into that
Yeah,
sort of thing, but yeah,
exactly.
very relaxing. Very.
Yeah, you should almost think
Thank
about
you for
that.
joining us.
Hey, Carla. You should
got a
let
fire.
Carla in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you for posting the link. I actually had to freeze. I had to really focus to do this. I had to freeze the feed. Then I had to open a tab and I had to type it in by hand. So I went to some effort to be here.
Okay, that's why it
Nice.
took you a little bit. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Carla Burton, what do you mean? Just exactly.
My Carla. She's so good to me.
What do you mean by that?
What do I mean by that? There's an actor that I'm fond of, and I just dropped his name once, and Carla said, "Oh, I had him over to the house once. He was charming." And I'm like, "Get out." And she's like, "Sure, I've got photos." And she sent me photos. She's just the best.
Oh, nice.
Holy crap. Wow.
I know. I know.
Wow, what a beautiful evening here. I don't know how it is with you, but the mosquito season is finished, done.
Oh, that
Yeah.
would be nice.
It's
No,
just
we
a
still have
gorgeous
we
evening.
still have mosquitoes here.
Oh.
I got a bite just this evening, being outside briefly. It's just one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's
you know, I went in when I saw the rest of them kind of coming for me. I'm like, okay, time to go in.
and have you been around a campfire much this summer, Tiger Stripes?
No, and I miss it terribly. I mean, what a wonderful thing.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And I don't know can you hear the river? Maybe not. But it's down about 20 feet. There's a huge embankment here, and about 20 feet from me, and it goes right down to the Shuswap River actually, and it's flowing. It's ripping right now. Yeah, it's
The
gorgeous.
Shoe what river?
The Shuswap.
The Shuswap.
The Shuswap
Yeah.
is a
The
staple
Shuswap.
of the Okanagan.
It's an
I love
indigenous name.
that. I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not about swapping shoes. It's the shoe swap.
It is not. No, the Shuswap. Yeah, no, it's got houseboats because the Shuswap Lake is famous for houseboat rentals, and they have houseboats that are worth like millions of dollars that you can go and take your work crew and just go for a weekend and just have an insane time all over the lake, and everyone else is doing it, and they're 2 and 3 stories, massive on the Shuswap Lake. I highly
That
recommend
sounds fabulous.
it.
I believe it's spelled SHUSCHWAP.
Correct. Yes.
Ah.
Hi, Herc. Good to see you, Herc.
How you doing, Herc? Yeah. Hey, PvP, you're here.
Hi, PvP. Taylor Swift, greater than Disney. Hello, Matt G. It's always
Nice.
great to see your new renditions of your name.
Yeah. I shouted out the stream on both my channel, both my X, Twitter X.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, William Shakespeare.
And Rod, have you been doing much campfires and camping this summer at all?
I have not. I've actually been more. I guess I might almost say infuriated or frustrated with just trying to find a job. Really, I've just been each night.
Of course. It's
You know,
hard
there
to
was
relax around a lake when you're, yeah.
yeah, and there was one time I swear to God, I put like I'm not kidding. I put over 100 things out, and I 100 in. I think I got maybe one or two replies back,
Yeah.
and then nothing after that. Like, you know, they're just kind of like, hey, well then, why don't you apply on our corporate site? And I'm like, okay. And then I apply, and then nothing.
Suzanne, what do you mean your brother was shoe swamp? Shoe swamp. I'm not sure what that means. Shoe swamp Lake, yes, PvP, you're in BC. You're not far from me. You know what that is. Oh, hello, William Shakespeare. Yeah, thank you for, you're just listening, and you're doing computer coding. That's awesome.
Wow, impressive.
Huh.
That is awesome. Hopefully you're doing something to subvert the man. Lots of summer cabins and houseboats. Yeah, absolutely PvP. So Tiger Stripes, are you more of a tenting? Ooh. Rod, are you having a fire at your house too?
No, but I'd like to. But it's a Tesla lighter, by the way.
Ooh, that's an
Ooh.
arc.
Wow.
Nice.
Is it really a Tesla lighter?
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Well, not Tesla by the car company, but it's a Tesla lighter because it's a coil. It's
an arc spark.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no fuel.
Yep, that's right. All I have to do is just recharge it.
Incredible.
So it doesn't dry out like, because I used to have the old lighters, you know, the steel ones with the flip top my dad got for me. And
Zippo.
They would dry. The Zippos, thank you, Tiger Stripes. And they would dry out. Huh, that is so cool that they can just do that with electricity.
See, it recharges with the cell phone thing.
Yeah.
Plug there.
We don't care about spelling here, Suzanne. As long as, when I was teaching English in Japan, the big thing that we always try to get across to our students is it doesn't matter if you get everything exactly correct. Can you be understood? Are you able to communicate? Doesn't matter if your spelling's off. That's okay. Although I do appreciate good grammar and spelling. That is true.
Yeah. Hey, Spidey, when I get my, I've got the perfect present for you, and I'm just not going to say a word. Probably going to make it a Christmas present, or maybe sooner. It depends on how quickly it gets here. But like, and when you get it, you're going to flip out when you see it and what it can do.
What? I don't know what to say there.
Just a really cool present that I know you're going to absolutely fucking love, especially. You know, I'm just going to say it has something to do with what's burning in your background there.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow. You're going to send me a lot of Trudeau's autobiographies.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Of course.
Suzanne, okay, the Shuswap is a native tribe. You're absolutely right. Okay.
Yeah, see?
Got it. So, sorry, Tiger Stripes, I was trying to ask you, were you much of a camping, tenting person growing up, or at all? Or
our family went out now and then. We never had a tent. At some point, my dad did buy us a cabin. That was almost lakeside.
Nice.
And then we spent a good bit of time there. And Dad had a boat, and for a few years it was a lot of fun. We would water ski, that kind of thing, fish.
I never got up on water. Did you actually get up on the water skis?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it wasn't that hard.
Okay. Well, if you have a faster boat, maybe. We had a canoe with a big outboard.
No, that won't work. That's ridiculous. You're joking.
I'm telling you from experience.
You literally tried to water ski behind a canoe?
The canoe. Well, it was a 7.5 horsepower Johnson, like a Johnson.
I don't know, man. I don't think a canoe's going to be able to tow a water skier.
We had to put someone in the front of the canoe to hold the front of the canoe down.
Yeah, I bet.
We had Brian. He was 300 pounds.
Oh God, you're joking.
No, I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not joking.
Holding the boat down.
And it was before cell phones, so there's no video.
But
Brian was in the front of the canoe, and my dad got so upset because we made a mount for the back of the canoe to stick his outboard. We didn't tell him. And we just, let's see if we can put a motor on the back of the canoe and a rope. And
you can actually, you can get these.
Dragging me through the water behind.
You can, but it's not gonna get somebody up on skis.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, that's
no. I mean, like,
so
yes. I mean,
were y'all teenagers?
No,
How would you know? We were like 18 or
Yeah.
17. Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I was just going to say too that there are these hand. Well, they're still motorized, but like they're about the size of a canoe paddle, and then you can just put it on you can just put it beneath the water, and it's got a prop, and then you turn it on, and it's there's some that are just electric, and then there's some that are actually small motorized, and they're designed for canoes.
Okay, but they're not a 7.5 horsepower Johnson. I'll tell you that much.
No, they're not. But I mean, like, well, the other thing though too is, I mean, like, a 7.5 horsepower Johnson is kind of defeats the purpose of a canoe. So like that's the whole
Yes.
point behind that's the whole point behind the small electric motor one. Which I mean, basically, it paddles you slightly faster than if you were actually paddling, as opposed to well, having a 7.5 horsepower Johnson on the back of your canoe, which would scare the shit out of all the fish,
I
so they
had
wouldn't
to
even come
find in
close.
front of the canoe to hold it down.
Yeah.
And you couldn't open it up. It was ridiculous. It was a terrible idea. I understand why
Yeah.
Dad was upset. I do. We should have. Well, but if we would have told him and asked permission, there's no way he would have let us do that.
Mhm.
It's better to beg forgiveness than to ask permission.
Yes, Tiger Stripes. Yes. And Carla.
Do you think you can
I
turn
said-
your volume up a little, Spidey?
Yes, I can. Thank you. My
Yeah.
microphone was on the ground there, but yes, I'm gonna. Thank you. Yes. Let's manually
bring it up a little bit so that we're all kind of equal.
There we
I
go.
think. Yeah, Carla
Yeah.
mentioned it too, which is nice.
There we go.
To have some confirmation.
I took it.
Not
It
just
was on
me being
automatic.
Fussy.
It was on automatic, so I took it off automatic and I put it up to maximum. Thank you for mentioning that, Tiger Stripes.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Carla.
And Tiger Stripes, do you mind reading this from PvP? And then Rod, I'll ask you to read
Oh,
some.
I don't mind at all. Pleasant Valley Picker CA says, as a kid, I spent some weekends on Shuswap Lake as relatives had a cabin there. Neat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Relatives with cabins, lakeside cabins, and I do have a plethora of words. Yes.
Yeah. Herc 130. Oh, okay.
Oh, and yeah, Rod, do you mind? And I just want to say hello to Fruitcakes. Hi, Lemon Pie. Hi, welcome. And do you mind reading this one from PvP?
Yeah, PvP says I couldn't water ski if an aircraft carrier was throwing me. It took me some Hey man, it took me some practice too, but I was able to do it.
It's just about
I
finding your center of balance. It's like a bicycle.
I would still like to see that video, PvP. I would watch that. Of you being towed by an aircraft carrier.
Also, I'm very pleased to say that Pleasant Valley Picker CA says Spidey's sound is low, Rod is booming loud, and Tiger is just about right, which is huge because I'm never just about right. So that's.
Oh,
Today.
maybe
Thank
I'll
you for
turn
saying
my
so.
maybe I'll turn my mic down then.
Yeah. And oh,
But
LTG did stream.
can yours come up any more at all, Spidey?
I think that's maximum.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to kiss it then, as they say.
I've got it on. No, everything's at max.
And I once walked out on Cardinal Sin's live stream because somebody told me to kiss the mic, and I was so pissed off.
I think I was there.
No,
Yeah.
you know what's funny? Well, no, like, it's funny you mentioned him because, like, Cardinal Sin, bless you. Yeah, he remember Cardinal Sin always said that, like, eat your mic.
Yes,
Rod,
he
eat your
did.
mic.
It was
Cheers to
actually
Gil.
me. I'm the person who said it first, and then like two guys are like, yeah, eat the mic. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I just said that. I was so pissed off.
That's right.
Well, because it sounded the way that it sounded. There was sexual innuendo, I thought.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. I mean, who doesn't love
What?
sexual innuendo?
I mean,
and Lemon Pie says this porridge is just right. So
nice. I've gone quiet again, Carla Burton.
yes,
I never hear
he's
that.
the baby bear.
People usually tell me to shut up. Hello and welcome to everybody, and thanks for man. We've got such a great chat. You
We've
guys
got a
always
great
show
chat
up.
right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys always show up in the chat. Much
Yeah.
appreciated.
Well, I shouted it out on both my Twitters,
Ooh.
so.
I didn't. should we take a vote, or do we want to let Carla in?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I know how I feel. There's no vote necessary by me.
Oh, charming.
Yeah, let her in.
Hi, Carla.
Carla.
Hello, how are you?
Hey.
I'm going to try and put my Bluetooth headphones on. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay, I love your avatar, Carla. That is awesome.
Looks like a Swiss chalet
Just for you.
lady.
It's a
Oh,
guy.
is-
It's a guy dressed in a girl's outfit.
Well,
No,
okay.
that's Rimmer, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's
From
one of
Red
my
Dwarf.
one of my favorite Red Dwarf shows and episodes, and it's a very pivotal one in the jokes that are led on from that
Okay.
episode.
I love Rimmer. Yeah, he was awesome. But I wasn't sure if that was a real photo or a photoshopped one.
No, it's from an episode called Quarantine. I think it's like
Ooh.
season 4 or 5, episode 5, something like that.
Do you know, speak
Quarantine.
of cardinal
It's a really
sin,
good episode. So good.
Yeah.
Gil sent me on CDs, and he burned them from his computer. It took him time to do this, but he burned 2 discs. The first 10 seasons of Red Dwarf. He says don't watch anything after that. And
he's wrong. No, he was wrong actually. The ones after it were pretty good, but the last season was not that great.
no.
Last, but yeah.
But yeah, the first 10 seasons were awesome, and I thank
Oh, yeah.
Gil. I'm so glad you sent those to me.
Aren't they awesome?
It's amazing.
So you must have seen if you have watched all the Red Dwarfs, you have seen that episode where
Yes.
he goes a bit crazy. They go onto a ship and they meet like Hildegard Landstrom or some genius doctor, but she transmits a virus to him and it
Yes.
drives him crazy, and so he dresses like that. And
Yes, I have seen that.
and he has to
Mind you, I was,
Sorry.
to be fair, I was often late at night watching those episodes with often several beverages down, so my memory on some of them isn't sharp. Hi, LDG. Hey, thanks for being here, LDG. Wicked to have
Yeah.
you here.
And
Eugene
Suzanne.
Bird.
Got to say hi to Suzanne.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
Eugene
was
Bird,
here from
yep.
the
Yes,
start.
Lemon Pie made a very cryptic comment. He said, Suzanne, are you still in the playful mood from earlier? I'm like, my goodness, what's going on there?
And hello,
A
Zach
playful mood.
Devlin. Zach Devlin, hi, welcome to you.
Zach.
Where does she? It is from Red Dwarf. You're absolutely right. LDG, man, you're doing great things. I'm excited to see what you're gonna have in the next little while, man, and I support you 100%. If I was a rich man, you'd be taken care of. I support what you're doing, buddy. It is from Red Dwarf. Yes, but I wasn't sure if it was real or not, and what got me to that, I saw an advertisement earlier, and have you seen these where it looks real. It's a video of Pierre Trudeau or Justin Trudeau advertising this app on his phone that makes money for you, and you just invest in this. And then they had one of all of our political leaders doing it, and famous people, and it looks real. And they clipped it from interviews, like real interviews that these people have done, but they're actually advertising this app that you should go and invest in. And of course, it's all a scam, but it's
Well, that's that ATM
so real.
ATM
So
cell phone.
real. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. So crazy.
AI is amazing these days, though.
Rimmer
Yeah,
was,
they've got it. They've just about got it completely nailed, where you can't tell the difference anymore between
it is
reality
so hard
and,
to tell now.
and
Yeah.
false images.
So when their alien invasion comes, you'll go, "Whoa, my gosh, it's aliens!"
That's exactly. And we won't know the difference.
Yeah.
And Ace Rimmer. I like the character Ace Rimmer. He
Oh,
was
we all
awesome.
love Ace Rimmer, but he's not as funny as neurotic, useless Rimmer, right?
That's true. Yeah, he was actually a
what's great
cool
about a
guy.
guy who's good at everything? Like, that's not funny.
Well, that's
I-
like
I-
Zaphod Beeblebrox.
What is
What was
that?
that?
You don't know who
Guide to
Zaphod Beeblebrox
Hitchhiker's
is?
Guide-
I do not.
Yeah, from
Hitchhiker's
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yes.
I need to rewatch that film.
Actually, you
Yeah.
need to listen to the radio show, because it was a radio show before it was anything else. even before it
It
was
was
a
a
book.
computer game as well. That was really hard to play.
That's
Really?
interesting.
Yeah.
I've
Well, it
never
was
been
one
into
of
the
those-
gaming, but that sounds like fun.
What era
Well,
are you
no, it was
talking?
like you had to type. It was a type role
Oh
play
yeah,
game.
those old
That's
school.
all. Like,
Yeah.
Like
only
the
had
50s. Oh.
Mystery
I'm back.
I
Sorry about that.
Oh,
There's
hello.
2 of you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Someone
I'm-
snuck in the door behind Rod.
I guess. I'll remove the other one.
Oh,
There you
okay. I
go.
was just about to. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can too. You've got all the controls.
Oh.
Control.
Yes.
Well, we've
so
got a big chat here tonight, and it's really good.
I know it's fantastic.
Mm.
Wow.
And Zach Devlin, I thank
42,
you for
William Shakespeare Spielberg.
joining
So
us.
close. One off. 42.
Ooh.
So
Yes.
close.
his finger probably pushed the wrong button. He's too
You're
busy
right.
It probably
coding.
did. Yeah, it's a typo.
Cheers to
Surprised you
Gil.
didn't put 1 0
Zach.
1 0. Oh, sorry.
No. Cheers to Gil. Do you mind
Our
the three of
darling
you?
Cardinal.
Do you mind chatting? I'm going to stoke up the fire. This is a
Sure.
pretty pathetic
Yeah, no,
fire.
We can hold the
We'll
fire.
allow
We
it.
can hold the fort. Hold the fire. Hold the fort.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rod, you have the chat. I mean, you can do all.
Yeah. Yeah. William's right. Yeah. Inflation right now. Oh, that's insane. Ah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, and inflation never seems to go backwards. It never deflates.
Never.
Unless you
Never.
get like a horrible, depression. They used to
Yeah.
call it depression, but they didn't want everybody to go around depressed. Then they
Yeah.
found a new name for it, recession, like recess. Hey, it's recession. It's recess. We're just going to go out in the play yard for a while.
That bugs me because like George Carlin warned us of that. He said because like the problem is it's like we're dehumanizing things. I mean like people no longer get shell shock. I mean they get PTSD. And then like and like it literally takes it out of them. I mean it's the same thing like when people no longer die, they pass away. Which makes it more softer, and it makes it feel so much more gentle. And like it's not. They're fucking
Like
dead.
when you get married, we were married like 30 years ago. The guy's like, so long as you both shall live, instead of to
Yeah.
death do you
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever,
You-
same thing.
yes.
Yeah. Huh. No, that's always bothered me ever since. I mean, George Carlin. He hit it on the nose.
Well, you don't have to be bothered. You can laugh. That was what he really wanted you mostly to do.
Well, yeah.
Mhm.
Ultimately, I mean, like, yeah, no, but I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, but I mean, like, but by ringing out truths of something that's technically funny, I'm like, yeah, I mean, you can find
Ridiculousness
something
of
in it.
it.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
He was
Nope.
a
What is he
genius.
doing? Oh, chopping smaller
Chopping
Yes.
wood.
Oh my gosh, look at him
Yeah.
splitting the log.
That's so
Yeah.
dodgy.
It's so impressive. He's such a guy. He's such a guy. He's such a man.
Yeah.
He's a woodsman. He's a woodsman.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He can
PVC 's
handle
great.
he can handle the wood.
Yeah.
What a
He's
guy.
a lumberjack and he's okay.
Oh, I'll say.
I used to chop wood when I was like really pregnant. I used to chop wood.
Wow. Were you trying to bring on
No,
Inception or
my husband was away a lot and I needed firewood,
Oh
so
my
I just
gosh,
go out
Carla.
and chop the wood.
those
Yeah.
must have been early days.
It didn't occur to me that it wasn't very safe, but one time someone came over and said, "You shouldn't really be
Wait,
doing
what's-
that when you." Well, they haven't said that I did have a lot of premature babies.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But
It
they
is
all
what
turned
it
out
is.
all right.
Yeah, exactly. They're fine. It'll be fine.
Yes. Yes, lemon pie, there is an innuendo there. There's no doubt about that. You can't nobody can say the word wood without the sexual innuendo. It can't be helped.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
So, Rod, have you started your driving yet or not? You haven't started driving.
Tuesday. I
Tuesday.
actually was. Well, two things. I was supposed to start last Tuesday, but then I told them I had a speeding ticket on Friday to fight, so they delayed it till Friday afternoon. And then they called me Wednesday afternoon, and then they said, "Well, we actually kind of need some local drivers, so if you don't mind, we'll delay it till Tuesday, and then and then you can start locally, And then like I was like, oh, okay. The only problem is that I have about half a tank left, and and it's a 70 kilometer trip to work, and like which is part of the reason why I liked it being a long haul, because then I'd only have to drive into work like once a week.
Yeah.
And then be on the road for like about 5 days, and then come back, and then by the time I'm back, then I don't have to worry about driving to and from work for gas.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
It looks like Zach is leaving. Zach,
Oh,
are you
okay.
leaving? Yeah, bless you too, Zach.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'll throw back a blessing. I love that.
yeah,
Anyway, so yeah, you're driving 60 kilometers to work.
70.
yeah. 70 kilometers to
70.
work. Yeah,
Yes.
one way, and then like so
So
that's
what is
like
that? What is that in miles? I'm not good at the metric.
that would be
45 or something?
45.
yeah,
Something like that.
Okay, that's a ways.
yeah.
That's a ways.
Yeah, like it'd be like almost an hour trip, like
It
about
costs
50.
you real money
There,
with
just
gas
there.
these
So
days,
it's like
too.
140K there and back.
Yeah, 140K round trip.
Wow.
Yeah, and that sucks. I mean, like, and my car has approximately 675 kilometers per tank. So
That's pretty good.
yeah, oh yeah, no, it's
How much is the tank?
it's only like about a 45, 50 liter tank, probably
So do
even
you
just
mainly
40.
drive long haul? Do you mainly drive long distance or something? Because that's a lot of kilometers.
Oh,
This is
that's just
diesel.
my car.
This
No,
is
no, no,
diesel.
no, that's my
Mm.
car. No, that's my car going
You
to
can
and
get
from.
diesel cars.
I was just talking about. Oh yeah, I know, but I mean, like, no, mine's just a regular, like, a regular petrol car, and it's 6 cylinders too. So
Whoa.
yeah, in fact, the same motor that they put in the Bumblebee Camaro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But you don't drive it like a Camaro?
No, I'm definitely not a speedster, and I've always tried to say that, and that's why this speeding ticket irks me. Also, because I have never had a speeding ticket. I've not had a speeding ticket for over 10 years, for almost 10 years. And then the other thing too is like, I swear to God, I'm sorry, but I think this guy was racist. I mean, yeah,
Well-
he himself was a colored fella, and like, I'm sorry, but like,
Okay, wait. When you go to court, you cannot say that word.
no, I don't. Oh, I'm not going to. I mean, I'm just
Glad to
simply.
hear it.
I'm just simply.
Did he use a radar gun?
That's what I want to find out. I want to find out, and if he didn't, if he used a laser, I want to find out if he's. I want to find out if he's like,
so hot.
if he's
Take your
properly.
shirt off, can I, Steve?
Yeah, I want to find. Okay. Yeah, no, I want to find out if the cop is he actually trained to use it. Is he trained properly? Because like
I don't know from Canada, but I believe here in the States, if somebody uses an instrument to measure your speed for a speeding ticket, they've got to present that instrument in court.
that's what I mean. I want to find that out.
If they don't have it there, then you win.
Yeah, and I want to find out. I want them to prove. I mean, like, because I know that fucker. I know I was not doing more than 100 kilometers an hour. Not even that. I bet I was doing 98, because my speedo is actually 4 kilometers faster than what my car is actually going. So if I'm doing 104, I'm only doing 100.
I feel sure that you'll win. What did he do that you perceived as racist?
Just the fact that he pulled me over, and then he instantly comes up like he didn't say anything so much, but like it just simply, and like it was more.
I mean, he didn't call you Big Chief or anything like that.
No, but he was. No, he was. He just simply pointed out to me that that like you were doing 137. I'm like, I was not.
Whoa!
What? That's a
I know,
large discrepancy.
I know. And then he turned around, and then like he came back to the car. He came back to the car with a ticket, and they said, "Okay, well, I whittled it down to 117 kilometers an hour." And I'm just, that's still a
What?
two.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah,
Trying to
basically.
make you appreciate his goodwill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Like a negotiator, a real negotiation tactic.
yeah. And I'm just like, and I told him straight up, I was like, I'm still fighting it. I'm sorry.
Mm.
And he fucking knows that that I was not doing 137, not a
Wow.
kilometer over.
That's a lot. I mean, that's really, really, really fast.
Well, a lot of the time that they don't show up in court, and then you win too, from what I've heard.
Yeah,
That is
So
true.
I think it'll be fine.
And don't they have to show that it was calibrated, that the instrument was calibrated?
That's
I
what
know.
I keep hearing.
That's what I mean.
That a lot of the time they point these radar guns at like a chair, and that'll show that the chair is doing 20 miles an hour. So
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's good to
Rod,
know.
Rod, excuse me, sorry. Can your rig even do? Could you have done? Could you actually get up to 137?
Yeah.
it wasn't a rig. It was my car. I was like probably 5 miles from home.
Okay, so your car will definitely do 130. Because
well,
my
yeah,
RV won't do 137.
when
so
when you go in, Rod,
focus.
you need to be very calm, be very factual, but you need to start by saying, when this officer approached me, he told me I was doing 137. I told him, that was not possible, and I was not. And then he adjusted the speed. Just that discrepancy right there, I think, will get everything thrown out. So just be able to state that very calmly and clearly.
That's a good point.
Then he stated that he was going to, quote, adjust to 117. Because that right there, I think, should get the whole thing thrown out. Just say it real factual, very calmly, very clearly.
Yeah. And
because it's your truth.
Check the astrological records. Were there sunspots? Were there a lot of electromagnetic interference?
No, don't.
No,
do that.
actually,
no, don't do that.
No, Spidey.
Not at that time.
Spidey, you're high.
No.
No.
Yeah. No, I think Tiger Stripes is absolutely right. I just realized I'm going to use that. I'm going to double dispute that on my because what you're supposed to do is actually you no longer go in and visit. What you do is you do it online now, and the whole reason why is thank you fucking COVID and fucking Trudeau.
43 is the answer to the universe, isn't it?
42.
What?
Geese. 42.
It is.
He's
42.
one off. That's why I said that earlier.
And then he said inflation.
For adjusted for inflation. No,
there are
42.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we do like science. We do try to throw science in.
William Spielberg says last ticket I got was for running a 2-horse carriage down a 1-horse carriage lane. That's very Shakespearean of you.
Oh, I'm terrible with the chat. Rod, I thought you were keeping up with you have the controls. How you weren't doing shit with the chat.
Well, I was busy telling a story, and then I didn't get around to it.
See, this when you have Rod.
Well, Rod's immersed in his situation. It's going to be just fine. You got everything you need right there. It's good that you discussed it with us.
Yeah, thanks. No, and like you gave me, I just realized.
Good night, Suzanne. Thank you.
Because that guy will not be able to deny that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, exactly, Eugene. Ask for the calibration records beforehand if you're going to fight it. They have to produce those. Absolutely. Yeah. Maybe it was calibrated like a month ago. And how did it get mishandled before that?
Well, no, I just know exactly what it is. That bastard just ran. I just have to be the random.
I'm sorry. Lemon Pie says, "Tell the court he called you Big Chief, though."
Oh my God! Oh,
that would fix it. That would fix it for sure.
Well, no, it should be based on science and facts. Come on now.
Well,
Rod is a large man.
Sometimes you can
tower
work these,
over me.
Sometimes you can work these things.
Rod is definitely a big dude.
Hail, Miskatonic Madman.
maybe definitely fight the ticket if you weren't doing 137.
I wasn't even close to that. I was barely wasn't even over 100.
Was that over the limit?
100 is the limit. Yeah.
Okay, good.
And
Excellent.
and no, Alberta's different though. It's
Oh, it looks
common
like Suzanne
practice
said good
to
night
do
too. I gotta say
20.
good
Yeah.
night to
She did.
Suzanne. Looks like we missed her. Yeah. Oh yeah.
No. We
4
pulled her up
minutes
and
ago.
we didn't miss her. We did say goodnight
Okay.
to her.
Oh, that's good. Then
Yeah,
I'm
we did.
Yeah.
chatting. I'm chattering too much because I missed it.
You can't chatter too much, Tiger Stripes.
Carla, how I adore you.
Thank you, Suzanne.
She's awesome. She posts people link and everything.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
PvP,
huge.
absolutely. No. Well, no. See, that's just it. I'm just like that fucker pulls me over because he's. I'm like the first thing
What's
I
that
thought
in
was like,
miles per hour?
that would be over 100, I believe.
No,
How
in
did he
miles
pull
per
you
hour.
over?
37
That's right.
kilometers.
Did he have
To
chase
show our
you?
American friends the difference. 37 kilometers an hour difference is, I don't know, like
Oh, it's about
20 miles
that's
an
about
hour
eight,
About
difference.
20.
that's 18, 20.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
significant.
Yeah.
You sort of halve it and then add a bit because I think the difference
Yeah.
is 1.7 kilometers to 1 mile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I always
1.66 or
halve
something.
it and then I add a bit so I sound clever.
Yeah.
Or just ask an American friend.
Yeah.
We only have
Well,
only one American on
They
tonight.
don't know kilometers. We know miles and kilometers, but they only know miles.
Oh,
Yeah. That's right.
What are you doing?
Spark
Is it
just
spitting
I
at
was
you?
going to say he probably got sparked.
yeah.
Yeah.
All my clothes have little spark holes. All of my clothes have fire
Well,
holes.
you need a fire suit, I think. You need something just to
Yeah.
sit by the fire in because you don't want all your clothes to
Asbestos.
have little holes.
Asbestos
Yeah.
clothes just walk around like a zombie or something.
Now I go in and do a job interview wearing bonfire clothes. Hey, I'm not scared of stuff.
Yeah. Looks like me. I send formal emails, but my phone has sent from my Batmobile, but because it's a mobile, so it's like Batmobile. So anyway, so I send these official, either complaint or an official letter that I'm trying to sound really, smart, and then it always says sent from my Batmobile.
Oh no!
I know. Oh,
What
well.
is it? What
I'm
does
like,
it play? The
who
Batman
cares?
theme? Da 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 Batman.
You got it, Lemon. Lemon's onto it. That's what I was going after.
What's that?
Clearly, sunspots caused a malfunction in the radar gun.
Yeah.
Good night,
Climate change.
Suzanne. Again, she. You can feel her presence. Yeah, she's never really gone. She's never really gone.
Hail, Miskatonic Madman.
Hmm.
So what time is it?
Right
That's
now
funny,
it's
PvP.
12:39 a.m. here.
Oh my goodness! So you're
Yeah,
7
it's
hours ahead of us.
Central
Well,
Standard
a day
Time.
behind, but 7 hours ahead.
10:30.
Well, Delmar didn't look like a one-horse town, but
Rod, do you mind reading this from?
once I got a ticket for living, PvP said, once I got a ticket for living in a one-horse town, and I didn't even have a horse. Well, it didn't look like a one-horse town there, Delmar, but I'll tell you.
Wow, that's.
Anybody remembers Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
What a
Well,
good
I
film.
remember it, but not that well. So
George
you got
Clooney.
it down.
Yeah.
I love George Clooney. Wait, where is George? We don't hear from George anymore. He should
Well,
have
George
gone
got
on.
married. Did they have kids? I think
He
he
should
might
No.
have
have
gone
done
on
the
to
Yeah,
do
they
family
great
did. They
thing.
did it.
things.
No, she's a lawyer. She's not going to have any kids for probably ever.
Yeah.
I thought they
No,
had twins
they
or
had
something.
twins or something like that.
Yeah, twins.
No,
Hey,
okay,
Wes
maybe they
Cagle.
do.
Good to
I
see
Yeah.
I
you.
mean,
Our
I could
friend
look
Wes
it up,
Cagle is.
but that's what I recall too. Carla and I are the gossip girls. We know what we're
Hmm.
talking about.
Yeah, you just have to listen to us.
1:40 a.m. Wow.
But I think he's
This
gone
kid is
bit
getting much
political
too
in his
silly.
movies, right?
Yes, it is, Herc. Yes.
Right, I'm gonna get a drink.
But yeah, I do kind of miss seeing Clooney and things. I think he's had a couple of movies, a few years back, and
Yeah.
I mean, he, as far as I can tell, he aged well. There's no reason why he couldn't be on screen entertaining us, like Dance Monkey.
he, like I said, he may be doing the family thing for a while. When you have little kids, you're really supposed to put your time into them until they're
Yeah.
4. Because that's when their personalities
Tim.
are being impressed on them, and that's
Great
when
to
they're
see you,
becoming
man.
the people they're going to be. So it could
Yeah.
be part of that.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
maybe. Yeah.
Hey,
could
Tim's
be.
talk. Hey, good for you. Good to see
Nice.
you, brother.
Very good to see you.
Yeah.
I remember like the last episode of ER, somehow he and the nurse, the characters, had twins, but they never married somehow.
Mm.
And he left. He went to like a different hospital, after he finished his internship to get a proper job. And she just sort of pursued him because, she's the person who didn't want to get married. These are characters in a story, of course. And it was like the very last episode of ER. And she shows up at the front door, and he opens the door, and he says, "Is it the kids?" And she says, "They're with my mother." And he kind of laughs with relief because he knows that there's not going to be anywhere safer they can be than with the grandmother. But I remember that. I remember that little moment between the two of them.
I'd watch that every week. I watch that show. Yeah,
I was a big
Is that
fan
Grey's
of it.
Anatomy?
It was pretty. What?
No, ER.
No,
It was
ER.
similar to Grey's
Television.
Anatomy, but
yeah, with a yeah,
better.
but
'Cause it
better
had
than Grey's
Goose.
Anatomy. Yeah.
It had Goose.
I had Goose in it.
Tarantino directed an episode of ER. It was that huge at the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, lemon pie. Lemon pie asks, "What does everyone think of a yellow light? Gun it or slow down?" And well, it depends what I'm driving. If I'm driving my car,
True.
I will gun it sometimes. Sometimes I will gun it. Other times I'll sit to think, wait a minute, is this a red light? Because I know what traffic lights in or what stoplights in Edmonton are like. They have radar gun picture guns.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And
so
it depends on the cross traffic, the amount of traffic, the time of day,
Red light.
all of those things.
Yeah.
All of
But
those
if
things.
I'm in a tractor trailer, oh shit, yeah, I'm slowing down all the time.
Yep.
Oh well, sure.
Yeah, in my RV, I'm
must.
slowing down, but in my car, I'm gunning it.
Yeah.
My car's, I'm
Yeah,
gunning
it
it.
probably wouldn't accelerate enough in your RV.
No, I have to drive for an hour before I can get to a traffic light.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
incredible.
That's right. You're buried in the mountains.
Pretty much.
Yeah, by the way, and you'd probably notice this, Spidey, when you came into Alberta, you notice that all of our traffic lights, they're generally horizontal, not vertical like yours are.
Yeah, is that because of the wind?
I don't know. I just find it. I just
Do they
thought that
hang
was
up a string?
No,
How
see-
are they horizontal?
well.
Instead of red
They're
Like
light,
a
mounted.
bar
They're-
suspended between two poles.
they're sideways.
perhaps?
Yeah.
But are they strung up?
Well, see, like they're side to side, you know.
on a metal
Where-
pole.
Whereas,
Oh, okay. On a middle
Where's-
pole. Okay.
yeah, but whereas in BC, they're up and down. They're up and down. You know, I mean, because there's always two. There's
Places.
two
Yeah.
like on a. There's two on a pole.
Yeah, it's-
You know, the one that's on the pole is vertical, but then like here in Alberta, the ones that are like on the horizontal one, in BC, they're up and down, but in Alberta,
Yeah.
they're side to side.
Okay. So I don't want to sound ignorant, and I don't want to offend the colorblind, but
Just ask.
what's up and down? No. What's vertical? I can see that. You see what light's gone, and you know what's
Yeah.
the bottom one's at the top.
Awesome.
How on
Red-
earth do
red-
you know what's sideways?
Red one's on top, green one's on the
Yeah,
bottom. But
When it's like this, which way is
It's-
it? When it's horizontal, where's
It's
the
like-
red?
it's like if you were reading a book, left
On
to
the
right.
right.
A left to right. No. The red is not on the right. The red is on the left. The red is
Okay.
on the left. The amber.
So
the
it like
amber.
crawled up the pole. So it's like it crawled up the pole and went like that.
Yeah, if it's on the pole, it's going up and down. But if it's on the horizontal pole, it goes left to right.
Nice. In Japan,
I don't know.
the green lights are interchangeable with blue, and their word for blue and green is the same.
Oh.
You
you
can
see
have
a
a
blue
blue
traffic
or a green. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
It means go. It was very
Oh.
weird.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and
And there's
by the way,
there's no code for it. Like we always have a blue in this sort of intersection. There's nothing like that.
No,
Oh,
not
just random.
just
Oh,
random.
and by the way, Spidey, when Cuba is like you guys, they have their vertical on the pole and vertical on the edge of the horizontal pole as well. And not only that, but Cuba is also really, really kind, and they have counters. They don't have. I mean, like we just sit there and we're just at the mercy of like, our people, our pedestrians walking across the thing. Well, then don't even bother thinking about, But I mean, in Cuba, they actually have a timer. Like 60 seconds, and it counts down to like 0. And once it gets down to 0, boom, it's
Yeah,
it's red.
that's a lot of
Oh,
countries have
nice.
that.
Yeah.
Australia as well, and it's a lot of big
Oh.
cities where you have people who are blind, I guess, and
Oh,
so
that
it's an
must be nice.
audible cue. Yeah, I noticed that in Sydney, Australia was the first place I saw that. That was
Oh, cool.
very cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I can remember when that was cutting edge technology when it didn't exist.
Hmm.
I think the first time I ever saw that was in Blade Runner, where the traffic
Ah.
light said walk, don't walk,
Ooh.
walk, don't walk, and I had never
Right.
experienced that. That was before it was a reality.
Wasn't
Wow.
Blade Runner set in 2019?
Yep. Yes, it was. That's
Yeah.
why the second one.
That's hilarious.
Spoken very authoritatively, Rod.
That's why the second one is set in 2049.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's not that far either.
Yeah.
It's like 25 years
No,
away.
we're closer to 2050 than we are 1990.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what else? Yeah. And by the way, you know what
Yeah.
else? You know something else?
Yesterday.
Does anybody know that jaywalking is actually a slur?
What?
No.
Yep. Look it up.
Well, about birds.
Really? No, but didn't
Yeah.
Jay Leno do jaywalking?
What's
No,
the J
it's
stand
a,
for then?
No, seriously. Okay. I'll explain. See, the streets actually used
Oh,
to be
dear.
for what?
I said, oh dear.
No,
I was hoping you could just tell us what the J stands for.
I have to give context for it to be understood.
Proceed.
Okay, so the streets,
Well,
like if you well, this comes back to, again, like I said, I'm talking about Murdoch Mysteries. Back in those days, the streets were basically for people, and like, I mean, horses and wagons, I mean, of course, like they couldn't go anywhere near fast. I mean, unless they were like barreling in, but even like, I mean, that's obviously like, if, when you come into a town, you better slow the fuck down, so anyway, the point is, the streets were actually for people. But then when these big automated monstrosities driving in there, suddenly they took over the streets, and then actually the the motorized vehicles, actually started to get a bad reputation because they were killing people left and right, because they'd run into people people who are walking on the street, which technically used to be their territory, not the cars. Now the cars are starting to take over on the streets, and then eventually, and they actually used the media as a propaganda campaign, because what they tried to do was, I mean, at first, the bad light got shone on the cars, like, oh, well, what's he doing speeding so fast and going down the street and, going fast enough to hit people, and then
10 kilometers an hour.
yeah, but
Yeah.
but then the newspapers, the higher ups, like the Henry Fords and everybody, they used the newspapers as a propaganda to sit there. And this is what they did. They came up with a dirty slur, jaywalking. And jaywalking, which actually translates to a dirty Irish crosswalker, and just
What?
crossing the street.
Wow.
That's
How?
I'm
it.
sorry,
Wow.
Rod. I've looked it up, and that's just not correct. The word J meant a greenhorn or a rube, i.e., an idiot. So, it's I don't see any connection to anybody who's Irish.
Huh.
It's
It's
um
also it's also sort of short for the word Jake, and Jake
I'll have
has a very particular meaning in American slang. A Jake is a rube or somebody
I'll
that
find
you can
some
fool.
I'll find something to back it up, but I mean no,
I've
it's
got I've got
there's
four things
Irish.
up here. I've got Wikipedia. I've got
Mhm.
Today I Found Out, and I've got Counterpunch.
Hmm.
And I don't see. I mean, yeah, Counterpunch is calling it classist and racist, but
Okay, well, all
I
right,
don't
there.
see.
I'll
I don't
lean on
see
that one.
anything. I don't see anything that
Never heard of a
confirms that.
Jake.
It's
That's
just an
interesting.
expression,
I'll
you
lean on
know.
I'll lean on the classist racist saying,
But
but I
I'm
mean
saying there's nothing here to confirm that. That's
it.
they're making the stretch to the modern day where they're saying that most people who are ticketed for jaywalking are of color, but it's got
Mhm.
nothing to do with the origin of the term.
What is jaywalking? Can you tell me what jaywalking is? I
Oh,
don't
it's
think we
crossing
have.
the street in the middle of the road and
Where
not
you're
at
not
the
supposed to,
intersection.
like in the at
See,
You
the.
New
know.
Zealanders and Aussies do that all the time. We like always do it.
Oh
I
well,
was really
I
surprised.
in Burbank, California, somebody told me because I worked very close to Burbank that if you see somebody jaywalking, it's a setup for the cops because in Burbank the um, pedestrian always has the right of way. So
Oh,
you
really?
better stop your car if they cross because there'll be a cop right around the corner waiting to give you a ticket.
That's an
Oh,
interesting point
Wow.
too, because in Europe, that's right. Because here in North America, it's one thing. If you cross the street and you get hit by a car, tough luck because the car had, you walked onto the car's territory. But
right.
in Europe,
Yeah.
but in Europe, if you walk across the street and you get hit by a car, car's at fault.
Yeah. Everyone
Insurance,
has, like, I know in Holland, everything has to give way to whatever's smaller, right? So the car gives way to the bike has to give way to the pedestrian, stuff like
insurance will
that.
tell you that too. Yeah,
Not in New Zealand. We just cross. We're like, oh, there's no one coming. A walk. He'll stand in the middle of the road and wait
yeah,
for the other side to go, and then we cross over.
yeah.
We do it all the time.
Ah, that's wow. Okay. And what? William Shakespeare.
You're quiet again, buddy.
Okay.
Pull your
Carla,
mic
do you
up to your
mind?
mouth.
Carla, can you read this from William, please?
Those damn Irish
Mute my mic.
redheads always causing problems, and their hot woman always distracting me. Curse them.
I concur. I've had two very important redhead girlfriends in my life. I 100% curse them.
Okay. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. So I'm in the car with my bro, like a week or so ago, right? And I believe I was driving. I was taking him to an appointment, and I've been considering dyeing my hair. My hair needs dyeing, and I said to him just very casually, "I'm considering going red." And he's like, "Good God, no! Then you'll be part of the Lucy Brigade." And I said, "What is that? A red flag for crazy girls?" And he said, "Oh, it's the red flag for crazy." He kind of went on and on because most of his girlfriends were always redheads, and they always
Yes.
gave him a
Oh,
pile of shit. So he went on and on ranting about
But
it for about 5 minutes. So
yep,
I guess I'm not going to be going red.
I concur. No, well, don't go blue. Please don't go blue.
I'm not
yeah.
going blue. No, I
Or
just want to
pink.
go a little darker. I'm going to go for a little darker than I am now. So
I had a friend locally just around the corner. She was part of our group today, and she dyed her hair white. And
yeah, that's a
Oh,
thing.
platinum
People,
blonde?
it,
Is it
it's a
platinum?
thing.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
she's not
No,
blonde.
they go
She's
gray. The young people are dyeing their hair gray.
yeah.
I'm going grey.
Well, you're very
Sometimes I look
stylish
really
then.
grey, and
You're
sometimes I
hip with the
don't.
kids.
Depends on the day.
It depends. If I hang out with my brother a lot, I go more gray.
Is
That's the stress.
that because of the kids?
That's no. It's because we love each other. That's why.
How many siblings have you got? A sister and one brother.
I have a sister and two brothers. One in Australia and one around the corner from me
Yeah.
here.
All right.
And each of my brothers have 3 kids, and so I'm the uncle to 6. And
That's nice.
I was born to be an uncle. Yeah, not a dad, but definitely a shit disturbing uncle. Drunkle, as often I'm referred to.
No, no, you're
My
not. You
my
set a good
son's,
example.
I know, I do.
my, because I've got a lot of kids. Some of them are like some of them in their 20s, and my youngest is almost 13. So but they are uncles now, even though they're like 12 and 13 and stuff. So they call themselves youngcles.
Okay, that's cool.
That's good.
And PvP, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I never go onto the YouTube side of things to see. I thought you were a wrench already. I'm sorry about that. You're welcome.
Lemon Pie's goofing on you, poor Rod.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna have to reach through the internet and
Right.
pull
Oh.
him through.
See, jaywalking. See, Lemon Pie knows
Yes.
what I'm talking about. Jaywalking with Jay Leno.
Yeah. That's a real.
That was
You're
used to
really
be a
stretching
thing.
for a joke, but okay.
Aw. I remember the jaywalking with Jay Leno because he would go out and ask people the simplest questions, and they could not answer them.
Like, where is Mexico north of America and Canada south? Or
Right.
Point to
Wow.
Mexico on a map.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
can we welcome another friend of ours? Hi, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Is, darkened.
He's coming.
Hello there.
Hey, there
Hello.
you are.
Hey, Tim.
What's
Tim's
up?
talk. Welcome.
Good
How's
to
it
see you,
going?
brother.
Good to see y'all too. What's going on, man?
Better dead than red. Oh, I don't know about that. I think you're better off dating a redhead than someone that's dead. I think that's illegal, actually, PvP, even in British Columbia. Even in British Columbia, that's illegal.
Ginger lives matter, bro.
And they do. Yeah, have you noticed, Tim, that they're pulling gingers out of Hollywood and movies?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
why.
I've
That's
heard-
why I
I've
was
heard about
playing Jedi Survivor tonight, man. I'm all about the GLM.
Like, Spider-Man's Mary Jane is not going to be a redhead. She's not. She's fucking not. Tom Holland's Mary Jane isn't redhead, is she? No.
Her hair's kind of
Right.
red. She's of
Yeah.
color,
It's
Zendaya.
not.
She's she's like a 50-50 bar, but her hair's kind of red.
Yeah,
it's,
but
it's not true red.
she's no Pippi Longstocking.
No, I wouldn't put her anywhere close to. No.
Canadian, I had this conversation with Rob like 2 years ago when he was doing like Midnight Metal. I talked about it with him. I don't know. This is a while back. Maybe I should save that clip. Somebody else agreed with me that was on that panel as far as like, that hair is iconic. The red is iconic for Mary Jane.
It is.
That is like a thing,
It was.
right? To me,
I know.
it's like making Superman's eyes not blue. Like if his eyes are brown, and people are like, "Oh, you're petty about that." No, these are the things that are identifiable for iconic characters. And sorry, I care about the brand and everything that coexists with that, but I'm in the wrong because you're a tourist and telling me how to think about something that you don't care about. That's ridiculous.
Well said, brother. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
the problem
What's
is
your avatar? That's cool, Miskatonic.
Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, Tim. Sorry.
No, because I know like you guys were talking about really cool things, and the most recent news is like the acolyte stuff. I don't even know why we're really talking about it, but Amanda, whatever her last name is, keeps talking the crap about people that didn't like the series. I don't care the fact the cast is diverse. I actually really like the Soul character until the end, and they shat on him. The dude from the hit show on Netflix. I can't think of it right now. Squid Games. And I don't care about any of that. All I want is good storytelling. Like I like House of the Dragon season 1, that was a very diverse cast, and they made the race swapping make sense for the Valerian characters. They made it made sense. So
Mhm.
this, like, it was just like it was bad. Their motives, the main actress seemed a little bit like confusing because her motives were not clear, and she seemed like bipolar, right?
Yeah.
And that was kind of the issue here. And they're trying to make this something that's not. It's just like, I don't care if you're what color of your skin is. Just tell a good story. And now they're just trying to like blame it on all of us for not
Yeah.
liking it.
They've
Yeah.
been doing that for a long time, though.
Yeah.
Remember the
Well,
90s movies? The 90s
fan
movies, they
blaming.
always
Yeah.
had, like, it was all diverse and they were awesome movies. It's just these people have no sense of humor and no sense of creativity.
Ooh. Detective
Friday, I
Flame
sent you
from
a pic on X.
Cthulhu. Oh, there's Cthulhu in the background. Yes. Interesting. That's awesome. Yeah, you're right, PvP.
Yeah, I just don't understand like this whole marketing scheme of what they're doing. It's just like to give more awareness for your product that's failing, do controversy. I know controversy. They say it.
Yeah.
What does they say in Hollywood that
So
anything? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we all know it. It's just like any exposure is good exposure, but I think not in this situation, right? I don't know.
that's
Did you
water
guys watch
vibes.
the Acolyte? I don't know. I don't want
Moonshine.
to keep ranting about something that's like not relevant, man. It just like even the Star Wars Outlaw stuff. This is why I got the PS5 finally and I started playing Jedi Survivor. I was trying to represent gingers, but like, is the Outlaws game really that bad? I haven't played it. Have any Canadian Rod, Carlo, any? Yeah.
The last video game I played was honest to God Space Invaders.
Mm. I was playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth until I had to pawn my PS5. I'll be
Yeah.
getting it back though before the end of the month.
Yeah, so my thing is too. It's just like I don't like blindly follow something like just because like the PR marketing. Like sometimes that
Yeah.
can be it could be cringe, but you
Good
actually
thinking.
watch the product. It could
Yeah.
be actually decent. Like
The Acolyte.
yeah, like Andor. I thought was actually decent, but it was boring somewhat. But I did like it. So you know, each your own.
Yeah.
So Tim, we were asking you earlier. I'll eat my mic again. Have you spent much time this summer around a campfire, or done any camping at all this year? Is that your bag?
No, I wish, man. You make me want to go camping because I'll drop some news on here. I don't think I've told you about this. I was originally from Washington State. Did you know that? Yeah,
No.
yeah. So I was from like the Evergreen State. Growing up, I lived in a foresty area,
Beautiful.
living on the lake, part of my life, and
Yeah.
we had like
Dude, there's plenty of room. Pull up a chair.
Yeah, no, we had like literally black bears where a park ranger had to come like put them down.
Ooh.
Like, dude, I lived in it, man. I lived in it. We fished all the time. That's my setting. That's why, like, if you ever watched, what was it, the Logan Wolverine Origins, I like a lot of that, the first start of that movie. The simple life, what he was
In the
going
woods.
for.
Yep.
Yes, that is my ideal setting. Like,
Yep.
if I had enough money, I would probably do that. If I found like a wife and the kids, I don't need all this social media stuff to to be honest. I'm a simple man living in this new age. So, yeah.
Oh my goodness, we have a lot of chat here. Wow. Rod, do you mind reading this? Rod, do you mind reading this from Miskatonic?
Yeah, Miskatonic Madman says, I've only seen streams dunking on Star Wars Outlaws. I haven't played it. My problem is the outrageous pricing of the game. Not sure about the content of the game, though. Oh, 100%. I agree. Yeah, I've seen nothing but just people swearing. They're like, oh, God, Star Wars Outlaws, blah, blah. And like, they just hate him. Like, it's exactly what everyone said, too. And like, that's an ugly goddamn chick. If that's even a chick?
Oh my god. Yeah, no, because they showed like direct pictures of the actress that actually like
God,
voiced.
she's hot. She's absolutely fucking hot.
Yeah, so this is like a hobo version of the actual
Yeah.
actress. I don't like to speak negatively on it, but like it's
Well,
true.
it's not her, it's the developers.
Yeah, and the thing is too, I've watched other streamers, other influencers that actually thought the game was like decent to all right. And I think problem is here too. There may be things like that we have huge issues about. I don't like the fact they keep making characters ugly, but
Yeah.
how is the gameplay? Is the gameplay actually good? Because I played the Avengers game,
Yeah.
which was like crashed on, and Tony Stark, shout out to him, he plays it a
Mhm.
lot. I think that game is really good.
Yeah.
But like everyone in the fandom, bigger sphere, that was like bigger channels, crapped on that game. But I'm playing it now, and I'm like, they fixed all the defaults. You get all the skins. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what are they talking about now? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's just
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Maybe the marketing or the PR is not the best, but sometimes I think that takes over it, and the
Yeah.
game can actually be somewhat decent. That's all I'm saying. My thing is, play it for yourself and give your own perspective, because I
Yeah.
don't. That's all I guess.
By the way, Paul Chatto mentioned that he called the acolyte. He called it the activist.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, I watched the Acolyte cover each weekend. Unfortunately, I hate talking
Oh, you
bad
poor
about
soul.
Star Wars, but like, yeah, the lightsaber fights were good overall, but like the acting and the story was just really bad. I don't care that someone's diverse or a lesbian. That was not the issue. It's the problem of the delivery on it.
When they
Right.
hang that flag on the pole, they wave that flag around, whereas like, stop making it like it's don't wave it as it's the whole goddamn flag. Put other things ahead of it, like good storytelling, good writing, good character development. And like, I'm kind of like, I don't really see any good saber fights on there. Sorry. And the whole reason why is because they're behind fucking trees. Like, what for? I know why, because they wanted to hide how shitty the actors were, and in terms of like fighting with the lightsabers. So like, they were marginal. Okay, I'll give them this. They were maybe marginal at best. And the other thing too is, Disney doesn't want to take a chance and saw anybody's hand off or leg. No,
That's true. No limbs
they got to stab. They always stab, but not like like no actual. They don't have the balls.
Yeah, the
which
thing
is
is too, what I noticed, when I was
Hi,
playing
Brady.
Jedi Survivor, like within 5 seconds, I was dismembering people. I was slicing off limbs in that game.
yeah.
That's what was happening, dude. I literally sliced someone's neck, arms, limbs, everything else.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
damn. You went all Anakin Skywalker on them, did
No,
you?
but like, I mean, that's the choices they gave me. But like, yeah, I see what you're saying, because I noticed that too. But I thought the fight choreography, what is it in like episode 4 or 5, They're comparing it to the OG, the prequels, right? Because I'm a prequel baby, right? I love Revenge of the Sith. That's probably one of the best. But it didn't match up quite to that. But I feel like they gave a fair enough, effort. That doesn't mean they executed it, but I saw the effort in there, which I appreciated. Other than that, though,
I mean,
like,
yeah,
when it comes down to it, it was the storytelling was bad, man. It was just bad. The flip flop of just like the characters with no explanation.
a bad story is a bad story, no matter how good the actor is.
Yeah, it's just like one character, well, the main character, it's just like all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, I don't like what you're wearing. I'm gonna turn to the dark side," and it was the same thing.
What?
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and then
I'm being hyperbolic here, but that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, and like people, like both twins went from evil, good, evil, good. I'm just like, where's the consistency in there? Give me a good reason why they turned evil. Then don't sit there and just fucking flip sides because I want to flip sides. What the fuck? Are you from wrestling? What the shit, man?
Darth Vader. when it was epic when Anakin Skywalker went evil. He had all his limbs chopped off, and he was literally on fire. And then when he went good again, he picked up the Emperor and threw him down.
And all right, so on your point there, Canadian Spider-Man, because we see Anakin's eyes fully embraced within the Force. Okay, there's a certain character when she starts to experience the dark side, her eyes go like her saber instantly bleeds into the dark side. So why didn't Anakin's eyes turned full Sith mode, but why didn't his saber? Why didn't his saber? Like what? Like this shows you the writing. The writing is abysmal, man.
I'm gonna say good night, gents.
Hi, Tiger Stripes.
Yeah, but thanks for letting me in. It's been lovely chatting.
No, thanks for coming in, and thanks for correcting.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, good night.
And thanks for correcting me.
Sorry to.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
And then there were 4.
Yes. Actually, it is getting kind of
a rock star in
late.
his little
Quarter
after
after 11. Sorry, Carla, what was that?
Oh no, it kind of looks like a rock star there with his bow tie. Is it meant to be a bow tie or a shirt with long?
Sorry?
What? What was that, Carla?
Oh no, I was saying Tim's picture looks like a rock star there with his. Is it a bow tie?
That is.
The bow tie. That's what I thought it was like Ghost Rider like studs on his on a leather thing.
No, that is a bow tie. That is awesome. Yeah, sorry, Carla, your volume was a little low. It was hard to hear you.
Oh, my volume's low.
A little bit.
Oh, Carla,
thank you for being here, Tiger Stripes. You're welcome anytime. Good night.
Yeah, she's so lovely.
Yeah.
Grady Hopper Mail.
Oh, big pregnant pause there.
Can you hear me better now or not?
What's that?
Can you hear me okay now, or am I still quiet?
No, I can hear you better.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're better.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever complained that I'm too quiet, ever in my life.
Yeah.
I can complain I'm too loud, but never that I'm
often. I often, I get accused of being too loud. And hello, welcome, Sashi. Greetings from the other side of the spinning rock. So that would be, I don't know, Sashi.
Was it the Philippines?
Maybe.
Is my volume too loud? I'm doing front headset.
No,
Tim, you're good. We can hear you just fine.
You're perfect. Yeah.
All right, good.
Say, Tim, have you played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth?
No, I have not. I'll put it on the list, man. My channel's turned into gaming.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta start with Final Fantasy VII. Rebirth, and then
Oh yes.
It's
Malaysia. Yes. Hi, Sashi.
Oh yeah, see, yeah, exactly. See, I was close.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Campfire in British Columbia.
I lived in Malaysia.
Yeah, Canadian.
Carla, have you been to Malaysia?
I've lived in Malaysia. For like
You
6
did?
months or so we lived there.
Oh, I'm jealous. Fantastic. You must have had such great fresh fruit.
Tim,
Yeah, I love the pasar malam. It was really
you got to
good.
start. You got to start with Final Fantasy VII remake.
That was like a Mistborn. Oh, I saw Atheon play that, didn't he? Didn't he play it?
That's
Did
a
that come out
giant
this year?
sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the anime
Skullgirman.
stuff.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are, Miskatonic.
Yeah,
Sashi possibly has blocked you, Lemon Pie. You obviously were very offensive to Sashi, and they blocked you. That's why you don't see them.
But don't you block other people?
I'm kidding. I'm not sure that I have no idea.
I don't know because I blocked Canadian Spider-Man ages ago.
Yes. Ooh,
Yeah.
You always find the Emperor more interesting than Darth Vader. Really? Huh. That's an interesting take, Lemon Pie.
Well, I kind of agree with that somewhat.
Interesting.
This is the reason why, because he's more mysterious.
That's why Sashi.
He's more mysterious. Canadian. He's more mysterious. That's the reason why. Because Darth Vader, like, you could argue, why did the prequels get made? I love seeing it, but did we really need to see it? Like, what Hollywood does is milk things, and like they take the mystery, the mystique out of things, and necessarily we didn't need to see. So, like Emperor Palpatine, I would love to see how he kills off, his master. I think that would be pretty good.
Who was his master?
Yeah, like I will say though, like you're right. You find it a little more interesting, and to be honest, you don't even recognize that Senator Palpatine is actually Darth Palpatine, and then until you realize it. You start to realize it in Attack of the Clones, but again, it's interesting to see like the
Plagueis, dude.
Yeah, but like it was interesting to see his backstory, and I think hats off to him. Although I still kind of agree. Script Doctor made a good point about this, and that is that the problem with episodes 1 to 3 is that it was George Lucas unleashed. It wasn't. Because he had a lot of help in Star Wars, in New Hope to Jedi. But when it came to episode 1 to 3, it was just him unleashed, and then nobody tried to correct him and say, "Okay, George," and everybody just kind of they just all became a bunch of yes men.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it just like that's what I heard too. As far as like a lot of people, which I disagree about this whole thing, I still think Return of the Jedi is the best one, but people say Empire Strikes Back is the best one, and
I'm kind of mixed on that one.
Yeah, and a lot of people want to crap on the prequel ones, which I understand. But I think Revenge of the Sith is dope. The payouts for that.
Totally. Yes.
There are problems with it. There are problems with the prequel movies, sure. But though it just like I don't know, like when people say there are only 2 Star Wars movies, Star Wars, they're like, oh, I remember when Star Wars was called Star Wars. I'm like, okay, bro, knock it up. I remember my first beer. I remember that too. I can do my Google search, right? So
I would have liked to have seen Return of the Jedi, but with no Ewoks. Like instead of Ewoks, maybe like they were all like Chewbacca's people, You know, like
Yeah.
Wookiees
Or
instead
something.
of
Yeah.
Ewoks.
That
Like
would I
Wookiees
honestly.
would have made sense. They could have really fucked with the stormtroopers. Ewoks, that was just to sell toys. That was
Well,
Yeah.
clearly to sell toys.
I see what you're saying, and I think that's brilliant. I honestly think that's a good idea. But
They sold
the
a lot of toys.
the thing
Carla has an Ewok. I guarantee it.
all right, Canadian, hear me out here. If you're so small that you look like a teddy bear, people are not going to take you seriously. The reason, hold on. This is my point here. The reason why that film worked and that this plot device worked is because these killer bears were so small and looked frowned upon and as not serious. That's why it worked because they were able to slide past like they were jokes. And that's why it worked.
You're right.
Boom.
You-
Boom, baby. Boom. That's why I love Return of the Jedi. That's why I love Luke Skywalker coming back with the green lightsaber, dude.
Here's
Yes.
Showed
something.
his growth like Yoda. Like,
Yeah.
so,
Yes.
you know what I mean? That's my argument there. Because
Here's
I hear
something.
all
Yeah.
the time. I'm not saying you're wrong, Canadian, because like, yeah, they're like, what are these freaking cool the killer bears doing, bro? They're freaking ridiculous. Well, if you're underestimated, right, no one's gonna take you seriously. But what's the best way to sneak in anywhere or to like against the Empire, which none of the stormtroopers can shoot? How do you defeat them? Let's send some bears and win.
Here's
So I
here,
don't know.
here's something else to think about that's
Possibly.
maybe a little bit scary, and that is,
Lumberback.
how did the Ewoks have a dress the exact
They
size of
kill
Princess
people.
Leia if they didn't already kill and eat people like that? And what do they? How did and again, Family Guy pointed this out. Who braided your hair?
I don't know. Yeah, there's
Right?
plot
They
holes
don't
and
have-
all that.
The manual dexterity to braid hair.
But there is something else to consider too, and that is that notice that the Ewok crawls onto like the land that speeder, and he just knows instantly how to run it. So there's another thing. So you're absolutely right, Tim. They can be underestimated
Yeah,
because they're a lot more brainy than you think.
yeah, it's just like it's the old age thing as someone that looks like they can't do their job, but they can actually do the job, right?
Yeah.
So
The Ewoks represented the Viet Cong? Oh my
I don't know
god.
about that.
That's
I don't know
Really?
about that.
That's, I mean, I get, yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
I mean,
I'd have
maybe
to see.
it's not. If you're eating mushrooms, aren't you, West Cagle? You're on mushrooms.
Oh,
I've
shoot.
eaten a lot of mushrooms, and I understand when someone's on mushrooms, and that actually makes sense if you're on mushrooms.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Like,
Yeah.
Oompa
what?
Loompas instead of Ewoks, that would have been wow.
Oh, that's wild, dude.
Ewoks killed Jedi for me. It was an advertisement for Tabor toys. That's what I thought. And I don't. Tim, is this right? Weren't they supposed to be on the Wookiee planet originally? Says Miss Katana.
I think they were.
Were they? I don't remember that. Like, this is news to me. They weren't supposed to be on Kashyyyk. Like,
Well, I'd heard they were Lucas. I seem to remember hearing too that Lucas did suggest that, but then initially he dismissed it because he wanted small, cute, and cuddly bears.
it would have been too obvious, in my point, narratively for story writing, because, like, look,
Mhm.
like they're too huge of like specimens to kind of blend in, right? That
Yeah.
wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
So that's my opinion.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, Carla. What did you watched all three movies when they were first coming around? I'm assuming that you would have seen. We're similar age. You would have seen Return of the Jedi in theater.
Mhm.
Oh, you're busy at the moment. Okay, no problem, Carla. I was just trying to involve you in Star Wars. What? That's racist.
Hmm.
That's
I
Connor,
funny.
don't know
I
if we
just
need to. Hmm.
You're not. I mean, Filipinos are like stocky.
Hmm. I don't know.
Interesting.
I never would have heard something like that. But
I
okay.
don't know if are Filipinos hairy though. Like I don't know if they're furry.
No, I mean
I've never dated a Filipino.
they're very similar to Latinos.
The
Ah,
only
Yeah.
similarity they have with the Filipinos is maybe the color of their fur, as in the color of their skin. That's about all they have in common with them.
oh, yeah. Now you can cause chaos and trouble, Eugene. With impunity. You are impune. The
The
Ewoks
Ewoks
cooked and ate people before. They had no issues trying to do so with Han, Luke, and Chewie. I guess, but no.
Would you mess with Chewbacca though? Would you mess with Chewie? No, you wouldn't.
No, I would not
Yeah.
mess with Chewie. And aren't they related, the Ewoks? And
Well, they might be.
I don't know
Carla,
because I mean, like,
You,
because
you
Wookiees
little
have
brown hairy
Wookiees have
fairy.
pointed eye teeth, and the Ewoks have like human teeth.
That's true.
yeah, from all their human victims.
I think the thing that it was the thing that saved everything here was C-3PO because they looked at C-3PO as a god. Remember that? That was like the
Yeah.
plot device where they
Yeah, that
stopped
was
Like a
not
cargo
killing
culture.
them.
I
Cargo
guess.
culture.
That was the plot device to stop them from killing them, right?
Why is Filipino spelled with an F? Can someone please answer me why is Filipino
don't
spelled
know.
with an F? Because that is correctly spelled.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
It's-
Yeah, I never thought of that.
But why?
no, it is.
English
It is.
is fucked up.
Yeah.
Well,
Should be a P,
that
had an H.
I wonder if that's where fucked came from. You know, because the the blacks started fucked. You know, and it's supposed to mean cool. You know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
I
am
mean,
so
yeah.
far away from cool that no, we don't want to monetize me. No, that's too much pressure.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You never win.
Said phrase
You
in
can't-
Tagalog. Your kid. Okay, Tagalog is the language of the Philippines. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But Tagalog-
actually a common last name in the Philippines from Filipino
What
people.
Tagalog is also derived from Spanish.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Because a lot of their words are very similar
Huh.
in pronunciations.
Thanks, William. William Shakespeare, Dilberg, you're one of the good folks here. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, PvP. You saw
Moaning.
Empire on the giant screen. I think that was one of the first movies I saw. I was like 7 years old and I saw Empire.
Oh, wow.
And it was amazing.
Hmm.
Yep, the planet Hoth.
Can I give a hot take here?
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right. So I'm gonna give a hot take. Indiana Jones died after the first two movies, right? I think that's fair to say. And I think Star Wars, after the original trilogy, honestly think it died. I love Revenge of the Sith, right? I love Revenge of the Sith because the payout Obi-Wan. I love the connection with all of it. But I don't ever think that Star Wars will get back to universally ever loved.
Never.
I honestly think
Never is a
We'll
long.
never-
Never say never. Never,
Never.
say never.
yeah, never say never, but The Force Awakens
No.
hit over $2 billion. But though, after the second movie, man, it divided everybody. But I just don't think another hot take here. Lord of the Rings is the best trilogy of all time. The first
Yeah.
3 movies
Ooh.
is the best trilogy of all time. And I'll stand by it. And I piss off a lot of Star Wars fans, and I don't give. I don't give.
Might
I
be
don't.
right.
I don't give
Might.
an. I've said this, and some Star Wars fans in my chat got pissed off. I don't give an F. And the
Even
thing
better than
is,
Back to the Future trilogy.
I was just gonna mention you stole my stole my trilogy. Yeah.
Back to the Future, the first film is one of my favorite. Is in my top 5 films of all time, but the 2 other films are not consistent. The 2 and 3
Yes.
are not
They're
consistent.
probably
They're not.
doing bad things, Carla.
They're not consistent. But let me finish my statement here. All right, so I think that Lord of the Rings peaked. The Hobbit trilogy was not it. The stuff on Amazon is not it. That's
Not
all
even
I'm gonna
close.
say. That's what
Not
I'm gonna say.
even close.
Mic drop in here. Mic drop in. Lord of the Rings is the best trilogy ever in cinema. Period.
Maybe.
Better than Star Wars. Better than everything you see. I
Maybe.
think Christopher Nolan, hands down, when he drops below 6 feet, will be the best director of all time. Just saying it. Better than
Wow.
Spielberg.
I didn't know
Better
that.
than Spielberg. I'm saying it. I said this on X the other day on tonight.
Christopher Nolan is better than Spielberg?
Yes,
Wow.
when it's all said and done. It's all said and done. I'm not talking about now. Talking about like when he finishes, because Spielberg has pretty much ended his career.
That's awesome, Sashi.
Nolan is going to keep pumping out great things.
Yeah.
So you think I'm crazy, but like, let's go 20 years from now and look at my statement. Just saying.
No, I'm not disputing. I agree.
What is Spielberg doing right now? I love Jurassic Park, right? I love Jaws,
Loading.
Yeah.
but what is the dude doing?
Well, the problem is he's now had
TV?
he's had a well no the problem is he's had some personal life problems, and then as a result
That's
I
not
believe
an excuse, though, right?
no,
Right.
but the point is that after his divorce, now his life and his movies went to shit. You know, I mean, fuck, look at Forrest Gump. You know, he was married then, you know, and you
What are
know,
you
but
talking about?
Steven Spielberg,
Oh, all right.
you know, and like, I mean, he hasn't done a Schindler's List or anything.
No, and didn't he make a musical? He redid a musical and it was a real failure.
Yeah, West Side Story, and it was sad.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, people
It's-
are like
Yeah.
hate to pass the torch. Nolan, he's only had one miss, which was
Mhm.
Tenet.
Yeah, I
And
was
then
going to
he
say
came
Tenet.
back with Oppenheimer, dude.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that film almost hit $1 billion or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's going to continue to to continue his legacy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg. Yes.
Steven Shakespeare. Oh Lord.
Ooh. Carla, do you mind reading this from our friend Sashi?
Sure. I don't respect Nolan since Interstellar. If he's really committed to practical effects, he should have found an actual black hole to film next year. There you go.
Oh my god.
That's a hot take.
There you
That
go.
is a hot take.
Yeah, he could have
Wow.
found Musso.
Coming hot from Rod's channel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, and then the other thing, West Side
Yeah,
Story
that's
without
right.
the subtitles for the Spanish. See, and then the other thing too is that West Side Story, need I say more, starred Rachel Zegler.
Yeah, I don't think I watched.
Was that part of the failure?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I watched it. I don't think that was a failure. I just don't think it just hit it.
I agree with that.
I just don't think it hit the
Carla
notes,
should do
man.
this one.
hmm
No,
I mean, I'm
because
not. You can't dump it on her. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that. You
because
know.
I know we want to crap on Rachel Zegler, but like this was like before Rachel Zegler started speaking out about like the Snow White stuff.
Yeah.
So the West
Yeah, and
Side
I know
Story,
she's. Yeah,
I think she's a fine singer and all that, but I just
yeah,
don't
she's a
think,
good singer. I can tell. I'll agree with that.
yeah, I just don't think like the film was like executed well, right? The
Right.
original is still better, in my opinion. It just,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And yeah, and then their whole we're not going to put subtitles up on for the Spanish. It was like, okay, fine, fuck all the English people who don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, cut
Yeah.
off a lot of your audience who might
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I
Carla should
mean,
not do voiceover ever.
yeah, and both of you are right. It's cinema for the U.S., right? And
Yeah.
then they can do dubbing for other markets, but they didn't. They have all the budget in the world, but they didn't do that. Like, you know what I
Exactly.
mean? I think that's another bizarre thing. Like, if an actress can speak Spanish and also English, you can't film two different things
hmm Yeah.
for
Yeah.
different markets. That's very bizarre to me. Like, if you're like, this is what the U.S. does. They cater towards the U.S. audience, but then in casting, they don't because like they overly like if I watch a commercial as someone who's in U.S. and there's 13% black people, and I watch a commercial and it's all black people, I'm like,
Not.
to me, it's like finding like a Mewtwo, right? I find a black person in my town because I live in a small town, which
Yeah.
is predominantly white. It's like finding a fucking Mewtwo. I'm like, that's not society, and
Yeah.
like they don't understand that, and it's just like, oh no, you're racist. I'm like, bro, this is fucking reality. Forget my language, but
Yeah.
it's just like you don't understand the reality of the situation. Like, and then like whatever. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm just agreeing. I was just agreeing with you. You're absolutely right. No, and like I live in a I live in Kalmar. It's a little tiny. Well, it's actually starting to grow. It's growing a lot more now. But it's primarily a Swedish and Ukrainian settlement. I'm the only indigenous man in the entire goddamn town. Well, okay, not now probably, but like when I was growing up, I was. And so like talk about standing on like a sore thumb. And even today though too. I mean, it's still just white is white. There's some white bread out there. And like my point is like it. My eyes kind of roll when I'm watching free television, and then you look at the commercials, and the commercials are just kind of like there's a Chinese woman and a black man, and then I'm just kind of, well, that's a kind of a diverse cast, and you know and like I'm just kind of like, oh, I feel like I feel like I'm
The
being
pro-
pandered to,
the
pandered.
problem is I don't mind it every now and then, right? Like because there
Oh
are
no.
certain people, but when it's every commercial, I'm like, damn, dude. Like when
Oh
I go out in reality and see like my friend group is supposed to be like my friend Ron is
yeah,
turned black now, and my friend Sean is Asian. I'm like,
it's not a
dude,
purpose. Yeah,
I'm like, Sean, when did you become Asian? Like,
yeah,
it's not that I don't mind you being Asian, but like, when did you become Asian, Sean? Were you just hiding all this stuff? It's so freaking ridiculous. It's
yeah,
so force fed into us. And you ask any questions about this? You're
yeah.
racist. You're racist. how can you you gotta love all this? Star Wars
Mhm.
act like you hate this because you hate black female lads and lesbians. No, you're and I cover this,
I don't
and it
hate
just
black female lesbians. I search for that on Pornhub.
yeah, exactly, bro.
Literally.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm sorry,
It just-
Carla.
No, that's funny.
Yeah.
Carla's like, damn it.
Les Miserables. Yes, William Shakespeare. I saw that in. You know what? I went to in London. I went to the theater district, the Shakespeare Theater
Wow.
District in London back in '92 or '91, and the play we went to see was Les Miserables, and it was incredible. Because it was a bunch of girls and myself and one other dude, and it's like, this isn't gonna be fun. It's a play. You know what? I shed tears.
Oh,
It was incredible.
Canadian. You're talking about Les Miserables,
Yes, incredible.
dude. That's one of my favorite films of all time with Hugh Jackman and the guy
Russell
from
Crowe.
Gladiator, Russell Crowe. Dude, I love that film.
I read the book, I listened to the book. It's like 40 hours long or something like that. And I was so traumatized by her getting her teeth taken out. I'm like, I could never watch this movie. I was like traumatized for months after reading that book when I thought about her teeth being pulled. And the only way I could justify it was her
Hey, what are you doing, dude?
wood, something wood.
No, that's
It was
my
was the
motorhome.
fact that it was not realistic. She would get the same amount of money he was charging.
Okay, I was wondering what's going on.
My mother sent me. It says camping in the woods, and it's a motorhome, and it's like if I can turn. I might as well fucking show you. I don't know if you can see it, but my motorhome's right there.
Okay.
Oh, I do see it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
So it's a 1979 Dodge with a 440
Wow.
engine. Oh my God, Rever.
It's
That
the
was-
original engine.
Yeah, 30,000 miles.
No way.
It used to be a friend of mine. His mom used to drive the family to the lake, and he grew up in this, and they would just stay at the
Wow.
lake, and
Wow.
yeah, so
Very special. That's very special.
and they just parked it there. So there's 30,000 miles on. Oh my God, it's a 440. The police used to use that in America as an interceptor vehicle. It's a big engine.
That must have been a crazy childhood. You know, I mean, especially when you turn 16. Hey, Mom, can I borrow the house?
Yeah.
It's like, so what time you want the home?
Make sure you're home before 11. Oh, no problem.
Gideon, you know what? I can't wait to do that to you. Like when I get one of those cool homes like you, you're gonna be the first person I invite on the stream. Be like, bro, look
Yes.
at yeah, that's freaking sick, dude.
That'd be awesome. We should. Absolutely, Tim.
I'm gonna do it because of you.
I hope you do. Man, I hope you're not kidding. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, and by the way,
I want to take this through the States. I want to do a road trip
You
down through
should.
the States. Go to the
Yeah.
Grand Canyon and see the Mount Rushmore. I heard they put Obama's face up on Mount Rushmore now. Is that true?
Oh dear
No.
God.
I'm they're putting Biden on it.
I'm
Emotional
No,
damage.
Pelosi said that Biden should be on it.
Oh dear God. Stallone. I'd put
See,
Stallone
that's
up.
how great a president he was.
Emotional
Tim?
damage.
Tim, I wanted to ask you one thing though. Like, didn't you find it kind of crazy though at the end of Les Miserables when Russell Crowe kills himself? He's on top of the bridge, and he's singing, and it's like a crazy emotional scene, in a movie full of crazy scenes, and but then all of a sudden, when he falls, right, and then all of a sudden, did you find it kind of funny that you kind of hear sort of like a cartoon when he hits the Did you find that
Oh,
kind of?
real?
I can
Yeah.
address that. I can address that. I saw on Joe Rogan. Did you watch his interview with Joe Rogan?
No.
Okay,
You mean
so
Russell Crowe?
yeah,
Crowe?
Russell Crowe went on
Yeah,
Joe
I watched
Rogan's pod.
I
Okay.
watched that interview.
So
Okay.
that was like a pretty. Like, he kind of explained it a little bit. Okay, so I think that for the character that he knew he was wrong, and like
Oh, no.
it was
I'm not-
one
He
of
just
those
means the sound
things-
effects. Tell me, he's just talking about the sound effects.
That's all I was saying. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about I was talking about like the whole motive of the character of
No, he
No,
wasn't
I
saying that.
completely.
He
No,
just made it
you're
sound like a cartoon.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
See, I 100% agreed. If like with his emotion and everything like that. No, I totally get that. I'm like, yes, completely. What I don't get is they kind of find it funny. Kind of like when he falls, and all of a sudden, like when his body hits the cement of the overflow fall. You hear this crazy little, and it just kind of like it kind of like kind of ruined it for me. It's like it was like the equivalent of a
And not the
cartoon.
Wilhelm scream as he fell.
I agree.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Hi, West Kegel. Hello and welcome to West Kegel. Hi.
Hey, good evening,
Hey,
everyone.
Wes Campbell.
Good evening.
Hi, Miss Kegel.
That
Hey,
you're
man.
on the East Coast. It must be like you almost time to wake up.
Yeah.
Quarter to three. It's quarter to three. I got up to go use the euphemism, check YouTube, and saw you guys were on. So I said, what the heck?
Oh, right on.
Thanks for being here, man.
Always.
Was it my bow tie that brought you on?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you know
That's
Tim's Talk and Carla and Rod? Of course.
Yes, I know everybody here. That's a Randy Rhodes bow tie.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Oh, and speaking of bow ties, Buster's
Hi,
going to
kitty.
showing his off. You can see he's got a white one.
I'm gonna make you
So-
big.
So Rod is fighting pussy right now.
Hi, kitty, kitty.
Beautiful.
Kitty.
See, he knows he's
look
being
at
looked
that.
at
Hello.
too. See, he's got a bow
Hi,
tie
kitty,
too.
kitty. Hello.
Yeah,
See,
he does. He
Yeah.
does.
yeah.
Well, thanks for being here, West Kegel.
Absolutely.
We're totally disrupting your sleep cycle. That's awesome.
No, not at all. I don't usually sleep for more than 2 hours at a stretch for some reason. My sleep is terrible. I wake up, I go to sleep, I wake up, I go to sleep, I wake up. It's bad.
Oh my goodness, we have more. Oh my goodness, look who joined us. Holy shit on a stick. What are you guys doing awake this hour? Scotty, it's like
Jill.
5 in the
My-
morning where you are.
My
Now
favorite,
it's a party.
my
Now it's a
favorite
party.
Raylos.
Nice.
Raylo Lives Matter. I appreciate you guys showing up.
Hey, Scotty.
Wow.
Hey,
Jill,
Rod.
Hey, right on. Good to see you, brother.
Good to
What's
see
up?
you.
thanks for
Ah,
joining.
you
Hey, Jill's on
glorious
camera. Yay.
I'm
Yeah.
on
who can you miss it?
I'm on camera.
Timothy, Wes
I'm
Cagle.
on camera.
Sort of.
What's up,
Fantastic. We're just having a little bit of a fire, and we were talking about how Ewoks eat humans, apparently.
Yes.
So they can provide dresses for Princess Leia.
Yeah, 1979 PvP, and the engine is a 78, a 440, and oh my god, it sounds awesome. It makes me hurry just starting it.
I would
God,
love to
must-
get
I'm sorry. I shouldn't
I
have
would
said
It
love
must-
to get a car from 1978 and just restore it because it would be my birth car. It would be my Christopher Reeve car.
Nice.
that.
It must drink gas, though, eh?
No.
Oh well.
Oh
yeah.
my god. To drive to Kelowna, if I wanted to go visit PvP, it would cost me $100 each way, and that's about an hour and a half drive.
Oh, see? Yeah.
$100 an hour is what it could drive.
Oh, you should get an
Which is-
electric vehicle.
I don't think
Listen,
there's
since-
a big enough electric motor to pull. That's my house, dude. It weighs
That
7
was the
tons.
joke.
It weighs 7 tons.
Hey,
Oh,
Scotty,
yeah.
Scotty, I'm gonna recycle a joke that I just said, a few minutes ago when you guys, which is, it was funny because he was talking about how his Where'd you get that? Whose mom rather was like the
Tony.
you got the motorhome from your mom or something like that? And I was
Sure.
thinking to myself, that that must have been a weird childhood, growing up, when you living in a motorhome, and then and then you turn 16, you get your license, it's just like, hey mom, can I borrow the house? So what time you want the home?
Yeah.
Hi, Tony, and welcome.
Hey, Tony.
Hello.
Hail Tony.
Jill, thank you. What are you doing up at this hour? You have kids.
Oh, I do have kids, but guess what? It's Labor Day. So
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a long weekend, man.
So the children are off doing their labor.
yeah, I put them to work. No, they're
It's like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Jill has a mind.
See, is that the greatest trilogy? Raiders
No.
in Temple? That's the greatest trilogy. I'm going to say that's the greatest trilogy.
Back to the Future is the greatest trilogy.
Yeah.
Because there's only 3.
Or if I wanted
Star
to be
Trek
an
2,
adult,
3, and 4.
if I wanted to be an adult, it would be the Men with No Name trilogy. It would be Fistful,
that's a good one.
Few Dollars
Dollars
More,
trilogy,
and
you
Good,
mean.
the Bad.
Dollars trilogy.
What
I
about
like
the
the John Ford.
Expendables?
I like the John Ford Cavalry trilogy.
Nah, 3 kind of fell off the
star
cliff.
ever, except for
What about
John Wayne.
the
The only one
Story
that wasn't in
trilogy?
the Expendables was John Wayne.
Well, that's why I like the Cavalry trilogy from John Ford. John Wayne, baby.
I like
The
the
greatest
original Tremors trilogy.
Ooh, they made 3 of those?
They made fucking 7 of them.
No, don't. But if Kevin Bacon's not in them, it doesn't count.
Well, no, but Burt Gummer is in all of them.
Speaking of Burt Gummer. Hi, Tony.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey,
look
Tony.
at that. It is Tony from the Stark of Iron.
That was
channel.
so awesome. When the when the worm came through his basement and him and Reba were just shooting the shit at it with the elephant gun. Best movie moment almost ever.
Seeing Reba McEntire.
Tremors, baby, Tremors.
Seeing Reba
Tremors.
McEntire with a machine gun, with multiple guns.
Oh my!
Like
I became a man that day.
Yeah. Totes.
That's so funny.
Oh dear.
Like I was working in a cement mixing place, and a friend of mine, like, I think there was a Reba McEntire song came on, and we had just recently watched Tremors, and he actually asked aloud to the rest of the crew, and it was like, am I crazy? Or is Reba McEntire really hot? And everyone was like, no, she's pretty. She's pretty.
There's another
Yeah, with the
redhead,
red
right?
hair. Wow.
She's got a machine gun.
But I was never. I'm like, you know what? I've said aloud since then. Maybe he taught me something.
Welcome,
But I was
PvP.
Hi, PvP and Tony.
Hey, PvP.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you think that Reba McEntire is attractive?
I think so.
Well, I was asking.
Just had to get my mic on here.
Oh, there you go.
On mute, of course. As
Oh,
I always
yeah.
do. Reba
PvP.
McEntire.
Yes.
In Tremors.
Quasimodo, or is she Demi Moore?
Are you talking the singer? You're talking the
with the
country and
machine gun.
western singer?
Well, no,
Yeah,
we're
she
talking
was in
about the lady
Tremors.
who was
Yes.
in Tremors.
But also the same woman. Yes.
I like-
the country
I-
music singer.
I like Tremors a lot, but I don't remember her in the damn movie, to be honest.
What?
Well, then.
Wow.
It's obvious
she
that
was
you've
Burt
never
Gummer's
had an erection.
wife.
I guess, to be honest, I never found
Well,
Reba
let's
to
not
be
chase
overly,
all the women
to
off
be
the-
overly.
I'm sorry.
to be overly-
Freaking
I'm
hell.
sorry.
I mean, you know, she's okay, but not
Yeah.
my dream girl, that's for sure.
No, but she had a machine gun. It was like Sigourney Weaver with the flamethrower. Like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
I need to watch it again, that's for sure, because I've only seen it once. I think actually we did it on Pop Culture's channel one time. I think we had a watch party.
Oh,
nice.
And yeah, it was really great, actually. I really think it's an excellent film, but I just haven't seen it it's probably been a good year since I saw it, so I'm kind of forgetting it now.
So did we
I
like
misread that.
Julian Romulus?
I thought Eugene Bird says she's got a spork. I was like, that's not much of a weapon.
yeah.
It'll hurt in the eyeball.
Eugene is a Reba McEntire fan, and that's all I care about.
And Carla, I gotta ask, when you see like Sylvester Stallone with the machine gun and the bullets, is that a turn on? Is that a thing or?
I'm not the muscly type admiration person. I don't mind a fat guy is funny, right? So I'm just not that way designed.
Yeah, me too.
So if you were to objectify a Hollywood actor, who do you think is a slice of fried gold?
Brad Pitt, gotta be.
Well, that's your choice.
Ana de Armas.
And Jill, like, you started to say something, and I wanted to hear what Jill had to say.
What? I started to say something. Sorry, I
something
no
about
longer have to say
something
it.
in response to Carla's comment, I believe it was.
Yes,
I was agreeing with her. Like overly muscular people is not something that I go for precisely. I go more for personality and if they're cute.
Yeah, I think personality.
Think of a guy I would watch a movie for.
My favorite man is John Hamm.
I knew it.
Is widely known.
I knew it. I knew it.
Love John Hamm.
I knew it. I
so
can see that coming a mile away, Scotty.
Would you cast him as like a Bruce Wayne type character?
Oh, I think you know what? If I wish he were Batman. For a little while, I thought he could be Superman, but then I was like, no, that's too much. If you haven't seen him as Fletch, you have to go see Confess Fletch.
I watched Fletch. I watched that movie.
I
didn't realize it was John Hamm. I didn't realize it was John Hamm.
I'll tell you who my Wonder Woman cast. This is be my number one Wonder Woman cast. Is the chick that was in Shazam, Grace Caroline Curry. She should be Wonder Woman. Give her the blue contacts. She's young enough. She's built, and she hasn't got a shot yet. She's still like considered an unknown. So cast her as Wonder Woman. Like you guys know her, she was in Shazam. She played Mary Marvel. She should be Wonder Woman. Just saying.
I have a question. Did you guys ever see the the lady? The
lady.
I've seen a lady once.
That's very specific. Very specific, Scotty. Thank you.
I met a lady once. Scotty's like, I met a lady.
The lady. Alicia Vikander when she played Lara Croft.
Okay. No,
Did you see that?
I did not.
Scotty, I actually
did.
liked that.
How was it?
It was very raw take. It was a very raw take, and I thought she did a pretty good job. Like she's a good actress. She was. I think she
did a competent
too small
job
to play Lara Croft.
Yeah, that's there. Yeah, I mean, she did a competent job, but I mean, like I liked. Oh man, I'm sorry. I just love what's her face. Hit sex. Angelina Jolie.
Mm. Oh,
I
thought her two movies
Barry
were
was on that movie.
Hit sex.
Interesting. Interesting, Miss
Jolie.
Huh.
Sorry about that.
I went to a DVD store and I purchased the Charlize Theron
DVD
Aeon
store.
Flux.
Like those exist.
No, they do. I went to one. Jesus, look the fuck behind me.
Hey,
so
it's driving me. Do you have more to say, Scotty? Because it's something driving me crazy.
Oh, no, please.
There's
Go ahead.
somebody in the chat mentioning this movie that you have an opinion on. He has a different opinion on it.
Oh, which one?
William Shakespeare
Oh yeah.
thinks.
William Shakespeare.
Yeah, he has a opinion about Mulholland Drive, and that's a movie that you know about. And he says it's approximately 90. The big problem with Mulholland is approximately 94% of the film was the actual pilot for a TV series that never aired. That, first of all, explains why most of it is drivel, and it already changed. He says it's basically a farce, a false enigma, and a mess.
Well, I do know that it was initially a failed television pilot. Yes, that is true, 100%. And I think that in terms of the narrative of the film, I think that it breaks the fourth wall narratively without looking directly into the camera. I think it's brilliant. Yes, it was.
What's the narrative of the movie?
The narrative of the movie.
I've seen the movie. I've seen the movie, and I like it was hard work and really awful. And I was like, hopefully it has a good payoff because it was meant to be, whatever. And it was terrible.
No, it's not rubbish.
It's rubbish.
No, it's not. No, the narrative of the film. If you asked, So here's what it is.
Hey, Jason Fox is here. Hey, Jason Fox. How you doing, man?
Welcome.
Hey, Jason.
Skull. Yes,
Skull.
Tony. And I want to hear more from Tony.
I remember my first there.
Well, everybody's having such an in-depth conversation. I'll poke my head in whenever I get a moment.
What's up, Tony? Hey, Tony.
My blood alcohol content, sometimes my blood pressure, but my hopes as well. So.
Wait, we were asking earlier, Tony. Were you much of a camping person growing up, or do you like the
last time I
campfires?
was camping was like last year. I still go on camping trips. Solo. I like to get out.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just here by myself. And all of you. I brought all of you with me.
No, if I were camping, I would leave my phone at home. Because the campsite that I go to is on a hiking trail on this small little mountain trail called the Pinnacles out here in Kentucky, not to give too much away about where I'm located. And there's a nice 3-mile hike, and the spot that you get to on the top is facing the town, so you can see almost the entire town. And that I just backpack up there and just pitch the tent up there and stay there for a couple of days, come back down whenever I get bored. I do it like once or twice a year.
Cool.
And
just
West
to get away
Kegel,
from everything, just
I
to
suspect
decompress.
I played
tent as well.
I once fought a bear on Mount Olympus, so that seems pretty cool. So good to see you, Tony. Love you.
Good to see you too, bud. How you hanging out? How's your Avengers playthrough going?
Dude, I'm pretty upset, bro.
Why? What's up?
Right, so
what happened?
No, Tony knows. Like, dude, I just like converted to the PS5. I did the whole migrate thing, what you're supposed to do to go to PS5, right?
Yep.
It didn't save any of my freaking anything I'd done.
Well, the game's no longer on the store.
Wait, which game? Sorry.
Avengers.
Avengers.
Tony,
That's not good news. That's terrible.
Tony, explain this to me. I did the migrate option, right? That it told me to do, and then I pulled it up today or the other night, and none of that was saved. So I'm starting.
Your save files are on your hard drive. Your save files are on your hard drive on your PS4. They didn't transfer over. You didn't put them up in the cloud.
Okay.
That's weird. You don't have to. Right. I mean, like everything I saved on my PS4 all transferred to my PS5.
All right, you guys are being technical.
Tony, let me ask you about this. Okay, so the cloud thing. Like, why didn't they tell me to do the cloud thing? They told me to do the migrate thing. Sorry, I'm hijacking this Canadian, but I'm pretty pissed off with this because I put a lot of
Scott will
watch
go have
hours.
a cigarette. He'll be fine.
So, all right, it's messed up, dude. Whatever.
Oh, Carla has to leave.
Oh,
Hi, Carla.
All right, Carl.
in the private chat. Yes.
Yeah, she's
She's
got
out,
a private
Carla.
chat, guys.
Carla.
I'll
she's
see you
back.
later. Thanks for having me. It was fun. And I will hear you later on. Oh, I will hear your. Scotty's gone, but I will hear his justification for Mulholland Drive.
He does have some defense for it of some sort, and
Okay.
I was interested
I
in him
I need to
saying
hear
it.
that one day.
Yeah, we'll catch up some other time, Carla.
Hi, Carla.
Hi, Susan. Okay, bye, everybody.
Thanks
Bye,
for
Carla.
calling. Hi, Susan.
Good to see you, Carl.
night.
Thanks for popping in.
Good night.
Hail Susan Dolan.
Yeah,
Well, I
Tony,
find it
you know-
interesting, isn't it? So interesting. People can, you take 100 people watch the same film, and they could have 100 different reactions to it. I mean, seriously, that's just the way human
That's
nature
the premise
is,
behind
isn't it, guys?
Family Feud, PvP. That's literally the premise behind Family Feud. We asked 100 people.
This question.
Yeah.
And then they gave us these insanely weird, strange answers. Actually, I like Family Feud because sometimes some of the answers were beyond bizarre. Like, let's face it, guys, that show could be very crazy at times.
It was Richard Dawson. I watched it for Richard Dawson. After
Now he
Hogan's
got away with
Heroes.
kissing every
Damn,
woman
he
on the
did.
set.
Kissing every female in the bloody studio. Practically.
And some of those females were like, They're like, that was good. You remember that?
Yes.
Like, he did. I remember watching it too. I watched a lot of those episodes. I'm like, damn, if I ever had a wife, like, besides my blow-up doll, I don't know how I would react.
Well, that was an interesting
segue. Scotty, we did have.
We lost Tony.
Oh, Tony.
Duck of death. He got the duck of death.
Scotty,
that was interesting indeed.
We were just asking about your take on Mulholland Drive, and you didn't get to finish that.
I love that movie.
And we wanted to
I never had difficulty with the narrative of it. The first time I saw it, I went with 3 of my best friends in high school, right at our, what was it, 1997? And we were in the height of our We Know film. And we watched it, and everyone said it was shit. And I was like, I got it clear as day. It's broken dreams. The entire movie is about broken dreams. And they were like, what are you talking about? And I was like, well, she shows up, stars in her eyes. All of a sudden, everything goes her way. And then we wake up. Exactly as it happens at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
And they were like, what are you talking about? And so it was one of the first DVDs that I bought. And I've always loved that film. I think that it is self-evident as a movie about broken dreams. By the way, I would like to say that I just repaired. If you watched on the Phantasmagorium, I did mention that I had the Chuck Norris Delta Force 1 and 2.
Nice.
But I had to fix this flimsy, stupid case. So I replaced it with this case. And you know what I bastardized it from? This comes from the soul of Finding Nemo.
Hey, Scotty,
this is what Chuck Norris found Nemo.
You know what?
Are you trying to impress Jens with this act of masculine transition, sir?
No, I'm trying to be a librarian to fix a DVD case.
No, Tim had a question.
I had a question. Like, I met Chuck Norris once, and then
what?
Yeah. So when I met him, he was a very nice gentleman. But once I looked underneath his beard, there was a third fist. So that's all I was.
No, those were 2 more balls.
And then also, Chuck Norris doesn't read books; he just stares at the pages to get the information. That's how it works.
Listen, oh no,
Bird gets it.
Chuck Norris,
he's a Bolchinian.
divide by 0.
All right. Did you know that Chuck Norris counted from 1 to infinity twice?
I heard he did.
You know, I
Chuck
heard
Norris once visited the Virgin Islands. They are now known only as the Islands.
The one thing I wanted to mention, by the way, Canadian Spidey, I'm pretty sure you haven't seen this, and I highly recommend you do.
You'd be surprised what I haven't seen, my friend.
Not really. I'm not surprised at all. There's almost nothing you haven't not seen.
No, I mean I haven't seen a lot.
Or that's what I meant. You know, or what I was trying to say. Canadian Family Feud. There's Family Feud up in Canada, and it's hosted by I forget his first name, but like Mr. D. He was in that show, Mr. D.
Oh,
and, yeah,
the blonde guy.
Yeah, and he's had some ridiculously hilarious outtakes in the Canadian Family Feud, because there was one time he it came to, it was a showdown, and then it was this blonde chick and then this black guy, and he said, what's Pop? And he said, okay, name Pop, and it was like just like one answer, and like all you have to do is just get the answer, and and then your side wins. It's like, name Popeye's favorite food. And all of a sudden, like the chick was instant. She was like fast, like bang, and then but first thing she's
olive
like,
oil.
No, chicken. And then he's like, and then she's like starting there dancing because she thought she was right, and like the guy on the other side, and then of course the host. Yeah, the host.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, the host. He just bows his head. He's like, and then like then he looks at the camera. Then he stands up. Then he stands up and he looks at the camera, and just like, I can't believe she said that. And then she's just kind of like, she's still dancing around. She's like, what? I was wrong. And then all of a sudden like, and then he looks at the other. Then he looks at the other guy. The other guy, ding. He says, spinach. And then like, sure enough, ding. Spinach, and like
this one?
Yeah,
that's the one.
It was
awesome.
Just fucking hilarious. Just look it up on YouTube. There are shit ton of like hilarious Canadian Family Feud bloopers.
I want to do a Family Feud for the community here. I think it'd be really funny.
That's a great idea.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
But how could you not know it's spinach? Like Popeye spinach, it's like synonymous, is it not? Like
no, but Popeye chicken makes sense.
Well, no,
in her propaganda thing, it was great.
In her words, that's exactly what she said. I thought the restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, God, I could actually see that being plausible. Actually, yes. Considering the state of the world, I could see that answer. Yes,
but
that's the sad part.
She did not make the connotation.
Well, if
with
you've ever watched
chicken.
Popeye cartoons, it's pretty obvious it should be spinach.
No, I
Popeye
know.
the Sailor Man.
If you don't watch cartoons, then Popeye's chicken makes more sense.
Yes.
I'm Popeye.
Who's your favorite man? Tim Hortons or Ronald McDonald?
Well, is Popeye's chicken related to Popeye at all?
No, it isn't.
No, that's right.
Ronald McDonald.
Well, then why do they call it Popeyes?
But it's damn good chicken.
You know what? I never got why they called Popeye's chicken Popeye.
If Popeye's not the main character of the restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, I work out and there's Popeye supplements. I mean, like,
my stars. We are having meltdowns about fast food establishments.
Yes. No, Tim, you're totally glitching. You're on both.
Named
maybe.
after a different fictional Popeye named Detective Jimmy Popeye Doyle.
Oh,
no, he's a racist.
French Connection?
Doing her homework again.
Yeah, from the French Connection.
It was formed in 1972 in New Orleans, Louisiana, and headquartered in Miami.
That's my birth year.
It is currently a subsidiary of a Toronto-based Restaurant Brands International. As of 2021, Popeyes has 3,705 restaurants, which are located in more than 46 states in the District of Columbia and Puerto Rico, residing in 30 countries worldwide. About 50 locations are company-owned, and the other 98 are franchised.
I still have yet to understand why they call it the District of Columbia, but like, I don't know. They're not Venice or anything, but whatever.
There's something about the capital of the United States to be. Oh, it has to be independent of all other states. It's
Which
like,
again, that's just kind
that's
of
why
a
it's a
way to present
district
yourself
of
as
a
more
state.
as better than everybody else.
It's sort of like the Vatican.
And now
It's
that I've
not
done
better.
Iron
It's
Club
supposed to
for
be
the night, I am
independent.
going to
It's
spend
supposed to
time with
be
my cat.
a governing locale. I don't know. I'm a fucking foreigner. Don't listen to me.
Hey, me too. I'm
Pass
just
the entrance exam, however, if you wish to be a citizen.
Tony, do you have cats?
Oh, I would.
Do I have cats? I have a hive of cats, Canadian Spider-Man.
Oh,
A hive.
Really? Oh, Richard Spake seems to know a few things.
Oh, well, we gained a few people. Hey, Richard Spake.
Yes.
We were up to 15. Wow.
Sing
District
for
of
them,
Columbia
child.
16.
was
Very
made
good.
its own place to keep it neutral in national politics.
Yeah.
Which is
Are
That
you
was
really
hearing the
what
songs
Rod
of my
said.
child?
It doesn't
That-
seem like that really worked out somehow.
Well,
My
no,
child
and there's
is not
been
a
such a
threat
battle.
because
There's
From what I've
Oh.
observed over the years.
the District of Columbia has been petitioning for an electoral vote,
Interesting.
or at least it had been for a while.
Well, that's
Huh.
kind of strange, but I mean, like, you know, I'm different. I'm not part of it. I'm impartial, 100%. But I still have a stake in the whole thing.
But there are still people who live in the District of Columbia, and they
Yeah.
tend to be sort of not
Partial.
well tendered to.
Well, if you live right in Washington, of course you're in the district, right? Because
Yeah, well said, man.
well, when I actually went on holiday there one time, I mean, it was quite fascinating walking around Washington D.C. Actually, I got to see quite a bit in the few days I was there. And the thing is, when you drive out to Arlington Cemetery, you want to see the, you know, all the because
the
there's some
dead
very
people.
famous people. Well, JFK, Robert Kennedy, I saw their
Dad.
graves, and
Dad.
I mean that's in Virginia, right? You just go a few miles and you're into
I
Virginia
went there. I was there
already,
yeah.
right? Yeah, it's a great, interesting.
It was the
city,
only
isn't it,
place that
Scott?
I got to drive a Segway.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Wow, a segue of a segue.
West Kegel, I think you're the closest to District of Columbia out of all of us, are you not?
Oh yeah. It's I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours away.
That's not fun.
Yeah. I just got to go through Delaware and then to Maryland, and well, actually, I don't even got to pass through Maryland. I don't think. My brother was not far from me. He went to college at Johns Hopkins, so we used to travel down close by that way just when we wanted to see him. So. Yeah, it's a cesspool. It's a cesspool.
I was gonna say, what's the attraction?
Yeah, no.
What's the attraction of the District of Columbia?
Nothing. The best thing the British ever did for the American people was burn it to the ground in 1814.
Oh my good.
Wow.
Hot take, folks. Hot take.
I guess it was nicer when I was there in the late
They
90s.
rebuilt it. It's fine.
It wasn't bad in the late 90s. Like, the only thing I hated about Washington was the Boy Scout Jamboree was there that week. And everywhere I went, you couldn't go to a restaurant without lining up for an hour because there were like 8 million damn Boy Scouts lined up in front of you to get in the damn restaurant. It drove me crazy. But other than that, it was an interesting town back in the late 90s. But yeah, there were crime problems even then, of course.
I think the last time I was there was probably about 14 years ago. I found the city to be gorgeous, like architecturally gorgeous. I enjoyed my time there. I was aware of myself because I was like, oh no, I know crime happens here. Don't let crime.
It was
And
Canadian
so I was
soldiers led
careful.
by British
But
officers.
when I was hanging out there, I never felt like it was, but again, this was 14 years ago. I don't know what it's like now. Is it like Escape from New York?
It seems everything's gone downhill in the recent decades.
Yeah, but
Kinda.
you know what? Like I'm not a shrinking violet when it comes to urban centers. I enjoy
You just have to be
subways.
sensible. Like the first thing I
Exactly.
did,
Don't be
first
a-
thing First thing I did when I got out of the taxi from the airport, Scotty, was I went to the concierge at the hotel, and I got a really good deal because I'm a member of the auto club. I got a really good discount, right? Saved like $150 on a really pretty good hotel. And first thing I did, concierge, I said, "Are there any areas I should avoid around here?" And he points over, to a certain direction. He says, right next to the hotel too. He says, "Don't cross the street. Don't go down that end of town at all. Just don't even do it. Just don't walk through there." So that was the first thing I did. And I was like, well, okay. And he said, like, stick to the mall. The mall is heavily policed and it's basically safe if you stick to the mall and the downtown center. But he's like, don't go wandering through some of these neighborhoods. So I thanked him. It's like, thank you for the good advice.
Yeah, no,
Basically,
it wasn't Go ahead, Jill. I'm sorry.
Just stick to the tourist stuff.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the downtown urban centers that I was talking about as being a cesspool. It was the political center. That's the cesspool.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
That I would agree with.
There was this one time I went over to go see a concert in Detroit. The Strokes, I think. The opening band had and please hurry me up if I start to expound, but the opening band had a pregnant lady as the drummer, and I thought that was odd. Anyway, so we had taken a cab over, and they gave us a card, and they said, "Call me. Don't let anybody else drive you back over the border," because I was coming from Canada. And we were like, okay. So anyway, we lost his card. We called another cabbie. We went over the border. The cabbie had a gun. So anyway, we all got out of the cab. And we all got strip searched.
Oh, no.
Why did you leave Steve?
Steve wasn't there, man.
I know, I was joking.
I
Steve
know.
was the cab driver.
Well, no, why did
Whatever,
we
go
leave
on.
Steve? Because we were stupid and we didn't know that he was our best hope.
Scotty didn't know.
So anyway, we go back, we get strip searched. Only time I've ever shown anyone my anus.
What?
And
What?
then
what?
Well, it was a legal requirement.
What in the?
So anyway, so I go,
That's the only
so I
time.
get out. I put my pants on.
You're gonna skip
I
over
put my
that
pants
part?
on. This story has a happy ending. So I put my pants
Sure it
on.
does. Sure it does, Scotty.
And I
like
walk
the-
across
sure
the
it
street.
does.
And I walk across the street with all of the people that had been strip searched, who had all been humiliated in the same way that I had. And we walk across the street. We go into the bar and we just all order a drink. And the bartender says, "You guys look rough." And we explain the situation to the bartender. And we also explained that our weed had been confiscated. And the bartender was like, "Give me 1 second.
I got you covered."
He went to the kitchen, told this story, came back and said, "I talked to the guys in the kitchen." Whether that's the truth or whatever. But he gave us 2 joints.
Nice.
Nice.
So
now that's service. I gotta say that's service.
Oh,
so
sweet.
we ended up getting a hotel.
Nice.
That definitely was Canada.
Behind service or never mind.
I just didn't hear you. I'm sure it was hilarious.
Scotty,
Did they actually? Did they probe you at all, searching for hidden weapons?
They didn't
Scotty?
poke anything into me, but they certainly wanted.
Too much information.
Scotty,
Why do we want to know? We don't want to know.
I have heard.
I just wanted to see Scotty's response. That's all.
I have heard you say some interesting things since I've known you. I have heard you say some things that have made me raise my eyebrow, slam my face into my palm, shake my head, huff and roll my eyes. But today, for the first time, Scotty R37 made me lose my appetite.
Oh dear God.
You just
Link into the
overachieved,
brown
man.
eye,
You
my
are
man.
you are an
I am the
overachiever of the
Sauron of
highest
anus.
caliber. You made
Emotional-
me, a 280-pound man, lose his fucking appetite.
I fucking win.
Did you just make a joke saying it was the eye of Sauron?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
The
The eye
brown eye of Sauron.
Oh dear God.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Do you really want to chase all the girls off the channel? No.
Bending over is not an option.
Don't.
Anyway,
I'm
that
not-
was my crossing the
wait,
border
there's
story.
Suzanne. I forgot about Suzanne.
Don't drop the
I was
soap.
gonna say I'm the only one, but no. Suzanne.
Suzanne's
We
gone.
we had mainly girls here, and then we didn't.
Then I showed up.
And then Scotty started talking about
No, it was
things
long before him.
involving his butt.
Oh, Rod.
It's 3:30
Rod
It wasn't
dropped
just
a.m.
him.
and you're still
It wasn't
watching
just him. It was
Perspectives.
everybody in the story who got strip searched. He wasn't
Huh,
the
That's
only
I
right.
got bumped.
Emotional damage.
Was it Duck of,
Like,
Emotional damage.
Where do I find that clip? I would like to play that clip. That would be awesome.
Scotty knows.
Emotional damage.
Scotty, do you want me to play 2 or 3?
Good enough.
2 or 3.
This
Scotty
is how
wants
you
me
get
to
sent
trigger
to
that up.
Jesus.
Well, just
If I
give
had that clip, I would love to play that clip.
This
Fuck
is
yeah.
how you get to sent to Jesus.
Not the only clip I really have is
No.
I need.
I
an
like that
emotional
one
damage.
a lot.
That's a good one.
Well, this
That's
one,
better than emotional damage.
Scotty. Do you know where this is?
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
It's Cologne, isn't it?
Okay.
It's Cologne.
Notre Dame.
Cologne. No, it's
Yeah.
it's in Germany.
Yep.
It's
that's beautiful.
Koln. Cologne.
Oh.
Yeah, look at the mouth of those things.
Yeah. Man, can you imagine building that?
Man, take
You're
that
not
church
paying
and-
me enough.
Take that church and put it on the back of a giant robot already.
Yeah, that church is so fractal.
That's
Yeah, look.
that's the church at the end of Batman.
Yeah.
Is it really?
No.
No, but I mean,
No.
it's as high as it's as high
It
as
really
the
looks like
movie
that church.
suggests.
Jill, did
Yeah,
you say
but-
fractal?
Yes,
Yes,
right.
Yeah.
you did.
I don't.
She did.
Can you? I don't. I mean, I understand English, but
Fraction.
what do you mean?
Got a lot of facets.
Fractal.
Basically
Repeating
like
the
a
word
pattern.
doesn't make me understand it better.
We were trying to go with the highbrow joke and repeating the word fractal so that repeating the word fractal could be a fractal in itself.
I'm
It's just
my-
chuckling by
any
how much
kind of-
people are saying fractal. And
It's just a
I'm
pattern.
almost afraid of what will happen
Patterns are-
when Jill
If
says
You know,
If you look at a picture of
It's
emotional-
patterned and
Mm.
symmetrical at that.
Emotional.
Will
damage.
someone let Jill talk?
Thank you, Scotty.
Jill.
Jill.
oh well okay sorry I was looking at the church. No, a fractal is a pattern, and if you it's just an equation, and you can make a picture from it. And if you look at this picture, you zoom in, it's the same thing over and over again, no matter how many times you zoom in, forever and ever.
Wow.
Zooming in on
It's
the
a
same
fractal.
picture. And an example in nature is broccoli, except of course eventually you
Oh, wow.
eat the last little
Well,
tree.
Well, I
That's
disagree.
Ah.
If you look at the picture on the right, well, the mouth is open on the right, and then to the left, it's not open. Look at the same thing. Look at that same image, and like we're doing like this slow pan up. One mouth is open, one is not. It's 2 different pictures. Look at it. So the fractal conversation, I agree with what you're saying, but like they're. Look at the one on the right. It looks different. I'm just saying. Look at the one on the right.
The one on the right,
that,
there's a center. There's a
It's
center spire.
vastly different. Look at the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look,
they are
right
vastly
there,
different.
right there. That's what I
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Go suck it. Anyone that think like,
Well, you're
what are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah,
No,
Look
like,
at
you
Jill.
think- you think
Oh,
you're
yeah,
like,
well,
Tim's
one of us
appreciation
always
of art
tells
is better
the
than
truth.
talking
yours.
about? What are you talking
One of us
about?
always tells the truth. The other one always
Like-
lies.
Like,
It's a known
Ken
fact.
tells-
That would
He always
suck.
lies.
Oh, that's a
to have
really
to
interesting
clean that
dynamic.
building.
That's fucking like. How do you like? Come on.
Well, no,
Come on.
what? It's just a.
I had it in my first beer.
It's
But
fractal.
like, how could you tell? Like, how could you tell yourself the picture on the right is different? Not
It's the
different.
same building.
It's no, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh
That is
God.
so cool.
I love science. I love science.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, come on, man. Give me a hug. High five.
I remember
Yeah.
my first beer.
It's not exactly like the video centered though. I mean, it does seem to be on a bit of an angle, so that could be throwing a
think they
bit
faked
of
it.
optical.
I think they faked it. I think it was made of Lego.
Well, it could be a bit of an optical illusion happening too. 'cause
Oh,
it does
come
seem
on.
to
But
be on an angle.
the mouth thing
Come on.
is like pretty predominantly like obvious. Let's not make excuses here.
I'm
That was
making
the
excuses.
biggest
I
building
will
in
always-
Europe.
That is
For a long
pretty predominantly open compared to closed on the left picture. It's like when you go into like getting your eyes checked. Does the A look clearer on the left, or does it look clearer on the right? So why are we discombobulated here and not like calling this out?
Well, where, like, if you, Spidey, you do a travel channel. Like, where is the oldest building you've ever seen?
You have to remember, Tim. It also went through
Wow.
World War,
That's
and
a
so it
good
had to be
question.
rebuilt. And so
I'm
maybe
not-
one day, maybe it used
Huh.
to be symmetrical.
I'm not
There's-
saying that, but like you have to point
Japan.
out the differences between
Oh,
the
that makes
left
sense.
and the right. If you're taking the eye, if you're in the eye, visiting the eye doctor, and you have a left and
Oh.
right decision, which decision are going to
I
tell
was at
me which
Fremantle
is,
Prison.
like more
Rome.
open than which
That's
side
in
is
Australia.
more open, left or the right? I would say
It's pretty
the
old.
left.
Colosseum.
So
That's, yeah, and I've never been to Europe.
I don't know. I'm being ignored, but like,
Yes.
like it's clear.
As
No, not really. That's not true.
No, Jill's
Yeah,
paying
it's
attention
ignored.
to you, which is all we all
Is a
want.
fractal
I
design.
am. Yeah, no, I like geometry, and you're talking geometry.
That looks like broccoli at the end.
That
Eventually,
is a
yeah,
I
broccoli is a
fractal
fractal.
design.
Broccoli
That's
is
broccoli.
amazing with
You
orange
find
chicken.
fractals all in nature.
Snowflakes have fractals?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
individually
kidding?
different
Of course they
fractals
do.
for each flake. Yep, individually
Yeah.
different.
Hey,
Like
I'm
all
a
of the
flake.
angles, all of the angles of the ice condensation are
Yeah, that's
usually
why I
quite
call
even.
you.
Just has different parameter within the equation.
Scotty, you don't have to go outside to smoke cigarettes?
Not right now.
No, Scotty's doing Scotty thing.
Are you being naughty?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
You've encouraged.
know,
I'm
right?
gonna smoke some weed. You encourage.
You got to be cruel to be kind in the right
I know
measure.
you do. So
man.
what? Wow, fractals. Do they teach this in school? Like, how did I not learn a fractals?
Yeah, they did. Well,
I
if
learned
you
it in
took
computer
advanced
science.
math. Oh.
I learned it in computer science, and in order to do it with programming, you have to use a process called recursion, where you do the same thing over and over.
What?
Scotty,
What was that?
Scotty, oh, Scotty, what are you doing, Queepy?
Are you breathing in the Febreze thing? Never mind.
Scotty just queefs.
What was this? What? Wes Cagle. What was the thing where you had a pen? It was a kid's toy back in the '80s, and you had a
Spirograph.
How did you know what I was going to say?
I'll help you.
Holy shit!
Pencil, but yes.
Spidey,
How did
you
you
know
know?
the
Well, it's kind of
Fibonacci.
fractal.
No, that's far from fractal.
No, Wes Cagle,
Well,
you're
it looks.
wow.
Oh, it's conjunction.
You're
junction.
Jedi
What's
mind
your function?
tricking me there. You
Looking up
pulled it out of my
words and
mind, dude.
phrases and clouds.
Oh my
The
lord.
spirograph.
Yeah,
No,
let's just
to people
ride it.
younger than 40 don't understand what a spirograph is. Wes
that's,
Cagle.
that's,
Do you-
that's a 70s toy. Yeah, it's definitely a 70s toy.
It is.
No, but it came back in the 90s because I
Did
had
it?
one.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I had
nice.
As did Light Bright, but Light Bright was a little bit later on.
Yeah, I had one back in the early 70s. I remember those.
Have you ever plugged light bright into 240? That's fun.
Yeah, they get really hot.
Oh.
They start melting the pegs and everything kind of hot.
I had an etch a sketch.
I don't know. I lost interest in the light bright after I started, using it to make curse words, and it was taken away from me.
Wait, Tiger Stripes.
It's true. Eventually, you run out of the pre-programmed little things they give you. You've got to make stuff up.
But
Hey,
then
Tiger
you could
Stripes is
buy.
here.
Hey,
You've
Tiger
got an
Stripes
open
is there.
pass
the
if you.
templates.
And Jason, if you want on, you're welcome. Although, fuck, I should be in bed by
I
now,
didn't
but
think to do that. I just
whatever.
got construction paper.
Dude, it's Labor Day. Why? What do you
It is
be in
Labor.
bed for?
Yeah.
I don't have a job, so I don't get Labor Day.
No, that's not true. The thing is that you and I, my friend, both unemployed, we have labored.
What?
I'm
and
sorry.
today is for all the people who have labored. We
never
get
been
to
in
take a
labor.
break, all of us. You know what you don't have to do as an unemployed person? Look for a
What?
job. You
That
know
you
what you don't
don't.
have to do as an employed person? Go to work. You
That's-
know what it is to be unemployed? Looking for a job. What is your job? Looking for work. Do you not have to go to work today? No, because it is Labor Day.
No, my job is to light a fire and
Yes,
have my friends on.
I'm
I'm
sitting here and using.
Circular logic.
Oh, shut
Did-
your face, you unemployed.
Well,
Do you
I
think
wish-
we'd all be friends if we were sitting around a pub, like face to face? Do you think we'd all be friends, or would we all be like up in each other's faces?
I think we would be fighting each other after the first 10 minutes.
I think
Probably.
we'd actually have an okay time as long as we got nachos.
I don't think.
Jill would moderate.
Jill would
No, that's
actually
a good
referee, not moderate. I would be booking bets. You know, we would profit from this.
Food makes everyone calm.
Yeah.
Food and booze.
You know what? It's
Speaking
not
of
the food; it's the napkins.
Can I? And I don't want to. Oh, Richard. Hello, and well, do we have room for another friend?
We have
Merry
Hi,
Christmas.
Richard.
we have 9. We need one more.
Can I raise a glass to all the friends that are
Vote
not
for
with
Tiger.
us?
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Ale, skull.
Ouch.
All the friends that are not with us.
I've done my drinking for the night, but I'll drink in spirit.
Oh, but all I have are these cherries.
Ouch. Stop.
Are
That'll
they
do, Jill.
amaretto cherries?
Yeah,
That'll
they're
do.
boozy cherries. Yeah.
Ooh,
have a
boozy
cherry.
cherries? That counts. Hi, Richard.
Okay.
What have you been doing, and what took you
You're
so
right,
long
mate.
to get here?
Yeah.
Good to see
He's
you.
here to tell Scotty he's on the
Richard,
naughty
you-
list. You may
might be-
proceed to tell Scotty he's on the naughty list.
I love eggnog.
When is Scotty not on the naughty list?
I know, but we have an official from the North Pole now.
You have more fun on the naughty list, I guarantee that.
That
I
still
like
doesn't
short
stop him
chicks.
from getting presents.
Bring me all of your brunette elves.
Mhm.
Are you
Yeah.
going to ask Santa for She-Hulk?
I already have.
He ain't going to give it to you. You're on the naughty list.
Oh no, we didn't have enough Spirit of Christmas.
Nope.
How do you know?
Okay, Richard.
Santa is
That's-
Canadian. That's very
Let's get-
un-Canadian of him.
Santa's not Canadian. I thought he was Finnish.
He's German.
No, he's Canadian. It's actually it's
Caleb,
and it's
I
actually
cannot
in,
help but notice.
that is an official fact actually.
Huh.
I cannot
Spake?
help but notice that you have a interesting triangular shape in your avatar. Do you
Oh,
know
that's-
that he is watching us through every triangle everywhere at once? Are you seeking? Are you
no.
seeking his counsel? I can bring him to you if that's something you want.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Well, you like hanging out with Eldritch Evil.
No. Not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want the Eldritch Evil to stomp the world into oblivion. I don't
What
want.
you don't want to have every hole in your
No.
face rearranged?
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
I think you want to have every hole in your face rearranged.
Rearranged? That sounds
Yeah.
like fighting words.
The plot thickens.
Probe talk.
No, the plot thins.
Yeah, probe.
To the second dimension, you would say. Yes.
Star Trek 4 was about a probe.
Yes.
You know what? Rebel
We
Moon.
back to probing.
Rebel
Jesus.
Moon is my Star Wars.
Full circle.
I still haven't seen it.
Woo!
Well, no, but Tim, are you on the level? Are you saying that it's actually good? You like it?
No, I like to troll because like Zack
Oh, okay,
Snyder
that makes
said.
What do you mean, Snorty?
Tim's troll talk.
Yeah. No, it's because I have friends that are like
Yes, correct.
that are like influencers, and then
Nice.
like when I see them say things, I'm just like, wait a second, do you really mean that? And then like I post it online and I say it on X. I want people to believe what I say.
That's exactly. Snorty has it right. Cologne in Germany is. The Germans don't say Cologne, they say Cologne. Exactly.
Cone?
So,
Cologne.
Wes
Yes.
Cagle,
Very
I
true.
did not hear a no, so I'm going to go ahead and start the process of sending your.
I don't know. I think I said no about 30 times.
Like 30
No,
times.
no.
Saying what?
He's like Jodie Foster.
Ow!
What? What? I keep
Ah,
hearing.
Jodie
you mean in
Foster was
the
in a movie.
accused?
Never mind.
Jodie Foster in
That
the
is-
accused?
That is true,
Yes.
Snorty.
I don't know, man. I
Equal
think-
out
I
of your
think we-
triangles to yourself.
you you're wearing his seal of approval with your avatar. You're channeling his energy.
All right. So Tony, you've got a problem with the avatar then, huh? Well, I'll just give you that one instead. How about
Now
that?
I'm gonna summon him.
Yes.
Oh, crap.
Hello and welcome, Tiger.
You had to go and
Indeed.
step on a square without putting a red flag on it first. You
Oh,
lose this minesweeper, and now you must suffer the
Hello
wrath
and
of
welcome
Cypher.
to our Greek friend.
I
can't
Yeah.
pronounce. My
hey!
I can't pronounce it either. Yeah.
My housemate studies Greek.
I
That's
don't know
Greek.
what to call him either.
My housemate actually reads Greek. If he was here, he could probably read that.
I tried to put it
Decipher
into
that,
a
you mean?
translator and comes out as gobbledy. Nothing.
Kevin.
Well, welcome
means
and
Kevin.
thanks for being here.
Gobbledygook.
Yeah.
And
No, that's rude. Kevin is.
I'm
more
not supposed to.
appropriate.
I think.
No.
I like that Tiger
Yes.
Stripes in the chat says, Scotty R57, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
The way I read that, I thought of that scene in Demon Knight, Tales from the Crypt. Whenever the Crypt Keeper's like, cut! What the hell are you doing? You call that acting? As a matter of fact, I do call it acting. Let me tell you something, pal. You're no going
oh
Cooper.
dear.
You're
Now
not
apparently
even
we
a
need to see your butt, Scotty.
Susan gets it.
And I'm not monetized, so if you want to show your ass on my channel, you can
I'm
do
not.
that. Because I'm not monetized, I can get away with anything.
I understand, but I'm not showing my butt. Even to Susan.
Susan wants to see it.
I understand that, but I think that that's something that Susan gets to see.
Uh,
I'm not going to
Okay,
show it
well-
to everybody.
Well, okay. I respect your opinion. No, we don't sleep in America. Wait, hang on. Most of us aren't
North
in America.
man.
How many Canadians do we have here?
Insomniacs in
1, 2,
America.
3.
Insomniacs in America. We don't
Okay,
know what
there's four.
this
No, there's
sleep
4
thing really
Canadians here.
is. Da, da,
4,
da,
5
da, da.
Americans.
I'm honorary Canadian.
But yeah, Wes Cagle, you're like half and
I'm
half.
honorary American, so I don't know.
I
Are we
identify
fractals?
as Canadian.
I'm an
Tim,
honorary
you've spent a lot of
triangle.
time in Canada, right?
No,
You
it's
know a lot about
distraction.
Canada, Tim.
Distraction.
No,
Yeah,
Tony,
I
you're
want-
square.
I once fought a
Nah,
bear.
nah. I am not a square.
I once fought a bear on Mount Olympus.
What? What was
I know
the name?
Dr. Polygon. I could never be a square. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Richard, are you okay with us? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
I was
hi.
getting
Thanks.
attacked a moment ago by my kittens, and they were.
You only
being
have
very...
2 children. You have
Hey.
yet to experience the hive.
Well, when the 2 of them are playing on me and using me as scratch post /
Good.
teething post at once while I'm trying to type as well as trying to sign into StreamYards, it can be a pain in the butt.
Yes.
Now imagine having like one on your shoulder, two in your lap, and two more plotting your murder at any given point whenever I'm on the air.
That sounds like a second
They just
level
want to
of
eat
hell.
the tender bits.
I remember my first beer.
I remember when I was smothered in pussy once.
Oh,
That was fun.
That was Vegas.
But yeah, it's been one of those blessed
Testing,
Sundays.
testing.
Yeah,
There.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
I'm out of. Do any of you guys, while we're here, do any of you have firewood? Because I burned everything I brought.
No, I know firework.
It's out in the shed.
Holy crap.
Some internet firewood.
Even there. Over there.
I got
Lucky
plenty.
it's
Yeah, sure,
summer.
actually.
Here.
Well, if you were in Waxhaw, I could give you a big stack. By a big stack, I
Scotty
mean,
threw a pencil.
So Scotty, I didn't mean to overstream the phantasmagorium. I'm
Oh
sorry. That
no,
was
no
awesome.
worries, man. No, don't worry.
You guys
It's
normally
That's
the
not
internet.
even a
Everyone's
thing
streaming
anymore.
over everybody.
You're never up
question.
this late.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I'm so glad that you thanks for having me on, man. It's great to hang out.
Of course. I
Canadian
like watching.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I like watching the phantasmagorium. And Kat, why is she using the fan with the water? Is it hot where she is?
She's in California, so apparently, yeah, no, it's on fire or something.
Because I'm gonna need to put on a toque for long.
No, I know things are chilling off a little quick.
Summer's over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Three
but
pretty
that's
much.
and it's
also.
done.
I think it's also
Goodness, it's been the
psychological
worst
because
summer.
it's September, but maybe you're farther north than I am, so
Must be that climate change again.
it
Yeah,
must be. I
doing
blame
full-
COVID.
Full
we need to
method
start
here.
burning
I'm the
more
whispering eye.
Yeah, the
I
nights
blame
are
the
quite
Death Star.
cold. That's for sure.
I'm the whispering eye.
There you are.
I got a question for you, Canadian Spider-Man. Do you know how to ride a reindeer?
Every Canadian
Well,
does.
first things first, you buy her a drink.
No, I'm asking him this because the naughty list elves came up with a plan on how to get him out of there when Trudeau comes after him for saying only women can get pregnant.
Oh no!
We've been planning his escape, so we've come up with one. One of the ways is the covert elves will sneak in with a couple of reindeer and strap
Show
him
me
to
a
the
man
reindeer
who thinks he
and
can't get
fly him out.
pregnant is a man who's never met a xenomorph.
Give it a try.
Hail,
PvP,
Suzanne. You
do
made it
have
back.
any,
Suzanne!
do you have any,
Here's Suzanne.
PvP, do you have any reindeer riding experience?
Actually, I've never seen a reindeer in real life. I've only seen videos of reindeer.
Reindeer
We don't have any reindeer around here. We're too far south, really. I mean, when you think about it.
Can you put me next to Wes Kegel so that I can get him closer to his friend?
See, you got the duck of death because you wanted to summon that retard.
Duck of death.
Dunk of death?
The duck of death.
The dunk of death.
Dunkin' death.
What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
Oh, I've seen this video clip.
I can't believe 9 of us are up at 1 a.m. West Coast.
10 of us now.
I
But
wouldn't
then
be
again, the
here
first one don't
if it wasn't Labor Day tomorrow. I would have gone to bed an hour ago.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Right
Since
now.
Me
I
too.
don't work tomorrow, I can stay up and party with you guys. So
I don't work tomorrow. I'm getting paid.
I'm thinking about having a Monday
night.
night Stark party again, because why not?
Well, right now it's 04. Yeah, it's almost 04. It's 0350 right now. So yeah.
Yes.
And
350. Yeah.
And yes, the reindeer don't come out when it
Hi,
only
Suzanne.
rain.
What? No. What?
It's great seeing you, Suzanne. I hope everything's going good.
It is.
Now, a reindeer are these magical creatures that my dad uses to pull the sleigh.
And given when the reindeer have their horns, all of the reindeer for Santa's sled are actually female.
They're not
Hey, you're
horny.
not supposed to let everybody know that. Come on.
Well. Hey, Wes Cagle, how you doing?
Oh, not him again.
I am going to uppercut your fucking taint.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you don't turn off your modulations, I would really very much appreciate it if you could communicate with all of us as a human being instead of some sort of construct.
You know, Scotty, that might be one of the greatest things I've ever heard. I'm gonna uppercut you in the taint.
Oh.
By the way, reindeer have antlers, not horns, Jill.
And what are you doing
I meant antlers, but but the male reindeer
Man,
leave their
Scotty
antlers
got
in
ornery
December, in
over,
early
over,
December.
over a little entertainment. Wow.
No, I just
Except
like
for,
you when
except for
you're
Rudolph.
you.
Rudolph is magical, so he gets to be male still.
And he has a red nose too.
Like I said, Jill, you're not supposed to let that out. We're not supposed to let people know that. Come on.
I
Suzanne
didn't know
loves Bill
reindeer.
Cipher.
I didn't know reindeer.
Doesn't every kid know that though?
Yes, apparently Suzanne does.
Hey guys, I'm tapping out.
All right, have a good night, Tim.
Love you all,
all right, man, yeah.
Love you all 3,000. Love you all.
Cheers, Tim.
You know,
Please promote because Tim has a channel of his own. It's actually quite successful. And
this is my whispering eye. But anyways, Canadian, I love you. I do want to do what you're doing, man. That's pretty cool. And I love all of you. Like a fat kid loves cake. And
right on, brother.
Oldie but Goldie.
Yeah, like I say, man, we're a
Thanks,
family.
Tim.
Family
And
takes
you know
care of
what?
each
You're someone I'd like to have on one of my just you and I maybe sometime on a travel show, man. I'd love to have just you and I, if we could.
Yeah. No, I'm down, and I love you all 3,000. This is like a homage to Carl's Sin, and I love all of you guys. This is what it reminds me of all that, man. I don't want to get sentimental, but love you guys.
Thank you, Lemon Pie.
I'll be out, and hey, if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and
good night.
Good night. Peace.
Good night, Tim.
Night.
And there's
Yes.
Tim's
Good
channel,
night.
folks.
Good night.
Still untrue.
Good night, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. 1 a.m. So what? You guys have no life? You just hang out? Okay, awesome.
A life? What is this
I just
life
woke up
thing
a
you
little bit
speak
ago.
of?
Well, I work and then I hang out with you guys on YouTube. That's pretty
Awesome.
much life.
But what? How are you not?
I had
It's
to-
1 a.m. PvP. How are you not asleep?
I know. I would be sleeping like for an hour ago, but since it's a holiday tomorrow, I can sleep in a bit. So
Yes, Scotty's got it. Pump up the rafters.
Well,
yes.
I never get to stay up late on your Sunday night streams usually because I'm working the next day.
Nice.
So this is a treat, So
Yeah.
I figure,
Oh, cool.
Ron and I like to have a chat on Sunday.
I'd be silly to go to bed early
Yeah.
tonight when I don't have to work tomorrow. So I thought, fuck it, I'll hang out for a while.
Oh no, the work is going to be the hangover.
I don't have to justify my desire for fun to you.
I'm going to have to compact my work week into 3 days if I can, because Jill's having that fabulous Canadian Star Trek Friday, which I do not want to miss. I want to be there for sure. So I can manage to pack all my hours into 3 days, but they're going to be long days, which I'm not going to enjoy because I don't like long days. But I'll do it, and I'll get it done. And 3 days will go by quick. So that's a good thing.
There you go, Scotty. Is that a better image for you to look at?
Which one? Oh, she's cute.
Oh, yeah, your favorite, right?
Yeah, I like her.
Well, with me, I ended up waking up a little bit ago because, well, my kittens saw me fast asleep and sleeping really good. And so they went, Daddy Land's open. It's playtime. And they went after my
Daddy
foot.
Land? The name of the park is Daddy Land?
Yeah. And started jumping from one part of me to the other. And then they attacked my feet and actually took a bite out of the part of my foot I can actually still feel,
Yeah.
and it woke me up. Yeah.
We gotta watch out for when their claws and teeth actually hurt.
Yes, I know this.
But apparently there's a place in Thailand that you can put your feet into a pond, and then there's these little fish, and they'll just eat all the dead skin off of your feet. And apparently it's beneficial. It's like getting a pedicure kind of thing. But it's also very, very strange. So I've never had anyone bite a part of my foot off, but there are places where they will bite part of your foot off.
Well, and they don't eat any of the real flesh. There's just the
dead skin.
Is it guaranteed that they only go for the dead? Okay. Good.
Well, 50,000 Elvis fans can't be wrong.
Yeah, they're like goldfish or something. They're some kind of really benign fish, aren't they not, Scotty?
Yeah, they're like little piranhas. They're adorable piranhas.
Le piranha.
Le piranha.
But yeah, I have heard of that. I have heard that's a real thing for sure.
Imagine if you could weaponize piranhas as design a weapon that just shoots piranhas.
You ever saw a Naked Gun? Ricardo Montalban.
But to actually, design.
Yeah, but that wasn't a piranha.
That wasn't piranha, I don't think either, was it?
Yeah, no.
It was a
stabbed a piranha through its torso with a pen.
But that was Ricardo Montalban, and
in the first,
he's like Chuck Norris. There's things that only he can do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Ricardo's like magical or something. Yeah,
he is. He's got Fantasy Island. He's like Epstein, but virtuous.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's one of those...
and he had the chest. He had the chest of a 20-year-old in Wrath of Khan, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Too.
Well,
yes.
He just does more push-ups than you.
See.
He worked out. He worked out.
Our friend from Greece has the right thought process right here. He says, piranhas with lasers and missiles.
Yeah. He went
piranhas
to Dr.
are too
Evil
small for missiles.
I don't
Maybe
know.
lasers.
You could create micro salvo missiles to be fired from your piranha, okay? While they too fly like missiles from your device.
And with freaking lasers.
With freaking lasers on their freaking heads used to guide said missiles.
Yeah, buddy. But
sounds like it'd feel like a mosquito bite.
When y'all were talking about
imagine getting a ton of mosquito bites at once.
Imagine a bunch of duck-sized horses or a bunch of horse-sized ducks.
Stop that.
I would rather fight the horse-sized ducks because then you could feast.
Oh,
wow, that's a good point. I never thought about that before.
No, it's like hunting down a brontosaurus. Like you're
one horse-sized duck. Yeah, I want to fight that fucker.
It would feed and try your tribe.
I think it'd be fun.
If there's somebody on this panel who I believe could defeat.
I just want to go out on a limb and say, celebrate good times.
Have you seen the axe?
I have a katana.
I love partying with you guys. You guys make me feel so special. I'm blessed to have so many friends in my life. It's good to have friends that treat you with dignity and respect, and each and every one of you do that for me, and I love you guys for it.
Hey, Sci-Fi.
No, I don't.
Sci-Fi, do you want a link? You're welcome up here, buddy. If you want to come.
Oh my, would you look at the time.
What?
It's almost as if I would have to make like a tree and get out of here.
Dr. Evil reference made me lose my breath from
Well,
laughter.
you are about as
hey,
useful
thanks.
As a,
I can't pronounce your name though. I wish I.
Submarine.
Does anyone know how to
Screen door
pronounce?
on a battleship, you big.
Does anyone know how to speak Greek? Other than my
unfortunately,
housemate?
no.
My housemate
I
does,
know,
but he's not here.
I know a little bit of German, but whenever I had a German teacher. She was actually from Bavaria. She had married an American Army officer and moved to a little place of bumfuck nowhere in Rutherford County called bumfuck nowhere, and was teaching German and French at my high school my freshman year. And she was teaching us a little bit of German, and because that was the class. And every time I spoke German, she would laugh because she's like, I was expecting an American Southern accent speaking German. But when you speak German, you speak it with a Russian accent. And when I got to meet her husband, who also, he was, like I said, he was an Army officer who could speak fluent German as well as Russian. She introduces me to him and says, introduce yourself in German to my husband. And I'm like, are you sure? Yes. Ich bin Richard Speck. And there was a couple other words that I added in the discussion that we had. And he looks at his wife and he starts laughing. He goes, you're right. He does speak German with a very thick Russian accent. And
wow. That's cool.
Interesting.
And they found out that I pick up the strongest accents around me if I'm not careful. Because there was a guy in boot camp that was from the UK, and he had a very thick English accent. And by the time the 2 months was up and we were going through graduation, he introduced me to his mom, who was British, and his dad, who was a U.S. Air Force officer. And they looked at their son and said, what is the coincidence that you got to boot camp and you met somebody who's also also speaks with such a thick English accent? And he goes, when he got here, he didn't. He spoke with a real thick Southern accent. And I was
well,
like,
the current climate here, much like what we're enduring with the South, is about to get quite stormy. So while we ride out the soon-to-be torrential weather of diatribe, I will mute myself and do something a bit more productive. Yep.
Ooh, productive's good. Reindeer are in only Nordic countries. Okay. Sorry. I should probably eat my mic, as Cardinal Sin used to say. Reindeer are only in Nordic countries, says Susan Dolan. And Susan Dolan is an actual legit biologist, so she knows what she's talking about. And they're called caribou here in North America.
True.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the same thing. It's just different name, that's all.
Yes, but I'm based out of the North Pole, remember?
Ooh.
I am the head of the naughty list. And, well, hold on. Let me do this again.
I'd like to welcome
Susan.
Sci-Fi Nation. Hello.
Howdy. How y'all doing?
Welcome.
Susan?
You're an honorary
I was
Canadian
fine
as
until
well.
you got here, you
That's my
son of a-
dad, Susan. That's my dad. See?
Ooh, Wes Kagel throwing down the Japanese hiragana.
What does that say?
Oh shit. Hiro. Ha.
You knows nothings? Is that what you're trying to say?
Goo.
Hi,
Guy. Fuck. Wes Kagel, what does that say?
Oh, it says free Harvey.
Hey, Harvey should be freed.
Okay.
Oh, that's a Doomcock reference. You fooled me into liking Doomcock with your Japanese linguistics.
Yeah, we could use an old 80 joke there. Hey, cremation young guy. But yeah.
I'm well, Sci-Fi Nation. How are you?
I'm good, Scotty. How are you, bud?
Was better before you got here.
Yeah, that's probably most people. So, no worries.
So what do you got to say for yourself?
I didn't do it. I wasn't there. I didn't.
Yeah, that is the right answer.
Yeah, the Bart Simpson thing. There you go. Absolutely.
Scotty knows what. Scotty, you know what? I wasn't even there, dude. I've never even been there.
I've never seen this guy in my life.
Hey, Rod, you're still. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just because just because I blanked out didn't mean I wasn't listening or not.
Okay. You have so many cats to take care of, though.
Well, 2 really, but it's still enough.
Well, one of them is a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
well, I've got
he's not.
2 little ones running around here. They're being pains in my butt. Well, foot actually, because like I said, they pop claws and teeth and go, "Daddy, let," and go right after the foot while I'm sleeping. So
Yeah.
you've got 2 little kittens that all they want to do is play or sleep,
Yeah.
and they don't want to sleep enough.
Yeah, and that's just it with Buster here. He likes to. He just sometimes he'll wake up at 3 in the morning, and then he'll just have the morning crazies, and just go running everywhere, all over the place. And, meanwhile, Alley Cat, there's my senior kid over here, just sitting there. She's like, "What the hell's your problem?" And just goes back to sleep. But Buster's like just all over and like loud because well, he's heavy enough, and then he makes it and like all over, just, man, like a drum, all around the basement here.
Definitely.
When you've got a nice house, the cats can just go running down the hall and get up enough speed to where they're literally running up the wall as they're going around the hall, and then hit the floor and jump and land on your bed.
Yeah, see the kitty towers in the background there.
Yep.
Yeah, see, he likes. Yeah, he runs up.
Scotty, I always thought that you would have a cat. You're not a cat person?
He's not, isn't he? Yeah. See?
Well, we discussed it earlier.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, I was off maybe somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. I respect cats. I enjoy cat people. I have no animosity towards cats. I'm much more of a dog guy myself.
Yeah, they make good eat.
I'm not going to eat a cat. I do eat pussy, though.
Well,
you are what you eat, Scotty. Come on now.
Okay there, Alf.
Yeah, that's a great one. Oh,
yes, Gordon Shumway for the win.
Oh, that is good. Oh, man.
Thank you. Cheers.
That takes me back a lot of decades.
Jill, you're pretty young. Have you ever seen Alf? Do you know Alf?
She's away.
She's away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jill's missing all the pussy jokes, but maybe that's
probably for the best.
Well, actually, when Jill gets back, we can remind her on Sci-Fi Mombi's channel. She likes to watch Alf every so often.
She's too young to know Alf.
Alf
hell
was
no.
fun, man. I love watching that
I-
show.
I introduced Jill to The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and the Avengers like a year ago, and she loves both those shows now. 'Cause we had watch parties every weekend. We actually just
Uncle
finished.
is almost beyond my time.
But
Yeah, it was 1964 when it started for 4
That is
seasons.
definitely beyond my time.
Yeah.
Maybe this is rumor, maybe this is heresy, but wasn't Willie from Alf like a gay prostitute heroin addict?
Holy shit.
Yes, in real life.
Yeah, before the show, yes, he
in
was.
real
Yes.
life. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Wow.
So the actor
So he
himself
tried really
was-
hard to be a good actor, obviously.
Yeah. Well, how else are you going to pay for the gay prostitutes?
Yeah.
and the
How else are you
heroin?
gonna pay for your AIDS treatments?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
well, and anyway, but he was in Cheers. He was in the Norm show, like the Norm Macdonald show.
He was in Cheers?
He was in a bunch of stuff. I forget the actor's name, but he was a troubled man.
Yeah, and he
Cheers was
hated doing that show.
What, Alf?
Yeah,
he hated doing Elf, even though it was like the most beloved
Profitable
show.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, because in his mind, he was playing second fiddle to a puppet.
Yeah, he really
I want to
hated.
thank Lemon Pie for. I'm sorry, Richard. I want to
ahead.
thank Lemon Pie for naming the person with the Greek letters, and Greek letters has to go. Gotta leave you. It's 11 in the morning.
Okay, bye, Greek letters.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. Yeah, like goodbye, Greek letters. Although he's long gone already. But...
Kevin. See you, Kevin.
Yes, Kevin.
And Kevin, ain't that the kid from Home Alone? See you later.
11 in the
Well,
morning.
no,
over
now
here.
you made it sound dismissive. I hate it when you're here.
Thank you. Litter Greek letters. Lemon Pie, you're awesome. I want to have a beer with you someday, dude. I will buy the beer. I like Lemon Pie.
Hey, free beer. There you go,
I
Lemon.
think I first met you on Captain Finity's channel. Man, I'm glad to know you.
That's probably where I met him too.
Yeah. There we go.
Always happy to see him. Capital.
Jill, do you have cats or pets? You must.
I do. I have a cat. I have a female cat named Lana. She's about 10 years old. Wait, actually, 11 years old.
11? Wow.
She's
Wow,
11.
that's an old pussy.
She's still
She's still moist. No.
Yeah, and you
Oh, come on.
I just cleaned her litter box. Right.
and you missed a really good. Scotty was mentioning that he hates cats, and that he love. And then I think either he or somebody else mentioned that that they were good eating, and I said, "Okay, Alf."
Yes.
Yes, we were talking about Alf, and we were wondering, Jill, if you had ever seen an episode of Alf, because it's a pretty old show.
Yeah.
Just barely. I was a baby.
Yeah,
when
you know, Alf was a puppet, but he loved
around.
eating
Elf
pussy.
tried to eat you.
Yeah, he loved eating
And-
pussy.
And so the thing is, I enjoyed Alf as a baby, but I don't remember a damn thing of it. All I remember is that I really wanted a doll.
All you remember
An
is
Alf
you
doll.
wanted an elf doll, but you
So
couldn't
that's
remember.
it, ladies and gentlemen.
But I never saw it.
want to start this tonight. We should buy a plush
I don't want
elf
it
for
now.
Jill.
Oh, I wish I still had the Burger King elves. Remember when they had
I
them in
wish
the
you had the
Burger
Burger King elves
thing?
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Now I want somebody to take a warthog and turn it into a targ. That's what.
Oh
I want.
no! Oh my god!
Oh,
you
I
could
gotta do take
totally
the-
make
the
Alf
fur
into a
off it for
plush targ.
Yeah, all you gotta do is take the fur off it.
Has anyone?
No, they need the fur.
Has anyone made a TARDIS? Is there anyone in the world actually made a
I'm
TARDIS?
retardus.
Nobody's denying that, Scotty. But
But
When
is
I
there a
was a
real
kid-
TARDIS in the world?
When I was a kid,
Oh, yeah,
I
there's
tried.
lots.
I'm sure
on
there
every,
probably is.
on every corner in Great Britain.
And no, but I've driven through cottage country in southern Ontario or cottage country Ontario, and I'll see like two.
dude, you're like south of me. What the fuck does that even mean?
It means that there are people in this neck of the wood.
That's
who-
He is. I'm in the
legitimately
U.S.
true.
and he's south of me. So what the hell? That don't
A
mean
Canadian
nothing.
is South American.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's more than that. I think sci-fi is somewhere in Alaska.
We're
Michigania.
above y'all.
I'm in Michigania and he's south of me. So come on.
So
Yeah, Michigania is right next to Alaska.
Yeah,
are
but
you
he's south
jealous
of me.
of the territory
He's like down
that
by
I have
Detroit.
as a Canadian?
No, Scotty's
No,
down by
but
like
you
Detroit.
just hang so low, Scotty. Like
It's because of my big dick.
I
Knew that
if
was
you look
coming.
on a
Saw
map,
that
it
coming.
does look like that.
Just
Yeah, you know
swinging.
that low hanging fruit? Yeah, that's Scotty.
Yeah.
How you doing?
By the way, Jill, I just wanted to, I mentioned
Fucking
earlier
rip
also.
off your ears and slap you in the eyes with them.
Yeah, Jill, if you check Sci-Fi Mombi every so often, she streams when she watches Alf. So if you're interested in catching up on some of
Thank
some
you.
of those,
Yeah, I do. I am aware of Sci-Fi Mombi's channel and that she streams,
Yeah.
and I know that she streams. Thank you.
It is.
What does she
well,
stream about?
I mean, it's not shake. Alf isn't shake.
no, she watches Alf, is what I'm saying.
She has watch parties, but also she has a general talk show that she has.
Oh,
in
that's
the
a
morning.
great
Alf
show.
isn't exactly
I love that
MASH.
show. Yeah, I love Elf.
Yeah.
And there's actually on one of the channels that I watch, one of the streaming things they have after. It's called After Elf. It's a 2-hour thing that is supposed to wrap it all up.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's
Well,
like a
there is-
2-hour,
No,
like
but
a
like
2-hour
the end
movie.
of Alf. Have you ever seen
No,
the
it's
end
called
of Alf?
After Elf.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
dissect him,
it's-
right? On a table.
Well,
And
no,
also-
that they were
in
trying to
NASA?
dissect him. I
Oh,
don't think
yeah.
they did though.
Sorry, I got things mixed up with that one episode of Webster with Worf.
Emmanuel
Hey,
Lewis.
God.
Did Alf end up in Area 51?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did in
yeah, I think
After
so.
Elf. Yes, he did. He wound up in Area 51. Yes.
Yeah, they had him in a gilded cage, pretty much whatever he wanted, they brought to him, even though they hated him.
Yup.
Yeah, but they
And then
didn't
he
bring him
wound
any
up.
cats. He
Yeah.
was
Then the
starving for
spaceship wound
cats
up.
and no cats.
Yeah. Basically, long story short, his own people came and beamed him up at the last minute. So,
Really? That sounds
yeah.
lame.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
E.T. went home.
I
Yeah.
prefer
E.T.
watching
went
the
home.
cartoon.
Well, that was supposed to have happened at the last episode of the TV show was.
Yeah, it was
supposed
supposed
to
to, but it
get him,
didn't. Yeah.
No.
and
But
instead
it
they let
didn't.
him get caught.
Yeah. Yep. And
And
that's why you had the
the-
2 hour after
The
movie.
last episode of Alf is almost like the last episode of The Sopranos. It's just like it stops.
What? It went to
and
a
you don't
black
know what
screen?
happens next.
Yeah, it just went to a black screen.
Did he
Yeah.
die? Did they
I haven't
shoot
seen The
him? We don't
Sopranos.
know.
Yeah.
Although apparently Bruce
yeah, it
Springsteen's
started like the
guitarist
way it
is in
ended, the
there,
black
Steve
screen.
Van Zandt.
But the question about building a TARDIS, when I was a kid, I tried to talk my grandfather into doing it as a summer project with me, and problem was we couldn't get all the wood together for it, because when we found the blueprints for how to build it,
Nice.
my granddad looked at it and said, "This is going to be too expensive."
That costs too much. I can't do it on my own.
And I was like, okay, because I was just a kid, and I thought it'd be something fun for us to do together. And but yeah, Granddad was frugal when it came to toy projects. He used to make toys for me out of scrap wood. He had made me a M1 Garand out of wood when I was like 12. He also made a couple of Revolutionary War era muskets for me and my friends out of some scrap wood.
Nice. Wow.
He was a carpenter. I mean, and he was a carpenter. He could carve and make really beautiful things with wood. And he died in 2004, and I still miss him to this day. And I mean, there are times when I wished I could ask him it for advice a lot, because he was one of the wisest and bravest men I ever met. And because Granddad didn't talk about what he did during World War II, but
Hell no, mine didn't either.
The pride.
He hit the beaches on Normandy, and he snapped his knee carrying somebody to safety. And then after he recovered from that, he went back to the front line
to get another guy.
And well, actually, he ended up being part of the Army of Occupation for Germany. He was one of the security guys at Nuremberg, and he got to see some things during the liberation of Germany that really messed him up. About the things that he saw in man's inhumanity to man.
One of my grandfathers was an SPD Dauntless and dive bombing on all kinds of stuff. And another one was a radio man in the back of another Navy plane. And they were telling me about stuff they saw on the ground, even from up in the air. And they were like, holy crap, I'm glad I was in this airplane and not down on the ground. So
yeah. Well, Pa Smith, he was at in the Navy, and he was at Pearl Harbor when it was attacked, and it was part of the cleanup afterwards. And it broke him. He crawled into a bottle, and he stayed in the bottle from 1941 to 1969.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, if you live through that, I mean, yeah, we can all go and look through the archive footage, but if you live through that,
That's nuts.
Pa Smith was. I never got to really experience him when he was a degenerate drunk, but I've talked to my cousins.
Hey, I'm a degenerate drunk. You shut up.
Yes, I was gonna say I identify as a dinner.
Well, Pa Smith was so bad, the Ku Klux Klan burned crosses on his yard twice.
Oh dear.
That was how bad of a drunk he was. My mama.
Well, that's never happened to me. So
Was
I'm
he
a
a
more
drunk, or
successful
was
drunk.
he a drunk, or was he dealing with what he actually experienced?
That's right.
It's what he saw
Yeah.
drove him into the bottle, but he was drinking up his paychecks. And mom would talk about the fact that there was a lot of times the only thing that they had to eat at night was biscuits
Spam.
and gravy, and that was it. And that
Yeah.
there were places that they stayed in that you literally they could see through the wall, okay, and
Wow.
see
Yeah, they were
through the
paper thin
ground,
walls, literally. Yeah.
and there was that they would wear clothes that had been made out of flour sacks,
Spare
and
threads, and yeah,
it was really bad, and that ended up causing a lot of issues because she's talked about several times where they had to jump around schools because they would get kicked out of a place that they were renting as sharecroppers because Pa Smith had drank up his paycheck and didn't have enough to pay for their rent. And so my mom's side of the family was very poor because of that. My dad's side of the family was more middle class, but at one time we used to have money.
Well, ain't that what middle class is? You got money, but you ain't got a lot.
Well,
Jesus, take it easy, Tony. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm just had to break news here. Tony's got a tornado in his neighborhood.
Oh wow!
You gotta be careful there.
Be careful, brother.
Yep.
Hey, don't get sucked into the funnel.
No,
Tony, run towards it.
Run. Yeah, not what Scotty
Southeast.
said.
No, southeast corner, southwest corner. I mean, of the basement.
Actually,
Hey, handcuff
speaking of-
yourself to the pipes. You'll be all right.
I'm
Well, no,
I'm
it's
about
I
to-
don't mean to make light. Actually, if it is dangerous, then you should probably stay away. I'm sorry. I like tornadoes are so completely foreign to me that I have no idea.
No,
what
You
they
live
hit
in
Canada.
Toronto, bud. What the hell?
Sometimes
You're south of me.
They hit Canada. But anyway,
yeah, that's
folks,
what I'm saying.
I've heard of
Hey,
them.
I live in Alberta. That's tornado central down here in Canada. Up here in Canada.
Yeah,
Rod,
I'm in
They're
Central
not- they're not
Michigan.
part of
We
my
got
daily
tornadoes all summer long. What the hell?
I'm
Southwest,
about to pass
South
out here,
Valley-
Rod. If you want to
Oh,
keep
okay.
going,
No, actually, I'm kind of getting really kind of blue too.
we're coming up on 3.5
No, and
hours.
I don't want to. You know what? Maybe I could hang out for a little bit just because like we got so many people here and like everybody's still kind of like pretty, you know. And I'm kind of having a little bit of fun here chatting.
I'm
Well,
not
I'm gonna go
off,
if
though.
Spidey
That's
goes.
okay. I think I gotta go to bed too. Like it's
I gotta
like
go to sleep.
3.
But
It is
Rod, you've got
4:30
the
in the
controls.
morning
I
over
actually
here.
was
Sure.
going to announce that I was leaving it in about 7 minutes, but
Oh,
I'm
It
gonna
is
wait
4:30.
until 3.
Hey,
in the
Jill,
morning
how you doing? You
Toronto.
got to take off.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Hey.
Okay. Hey, nice seeing you, girl. Love
No,
to see
no,
you.
it's
Mm-hmm.
and those World War stories were like hard boiled. Like wow, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
yeah.
hard-boiled eggs over here. We're all right.
Well, one of the
This
things
is
that,
Weatherman Stark of Iron with a breaking
no.
weather report.
All right.
The wind of this shit storm has become immense. I don't know how long I can hold on. Oh my God! The serious lack of talent. Oh my God, that lack of talent just got rid of half the audience. Holy
Oh
fuck!
my! How do
Oh,
you make
that-
a
Oh my God!
tornado
Oh my
warning
God!
about
Oh
He
you?
might be.
Wait
Oh
a
my
minute.
God!
Are you
He didn't
actually
even say a
not in a
boot the right
tornado
way.
warning?
Oh
I
my
didn't-
God!
I'm not sure.
I
Oh
don't know
my
what's
God!
going on.
Yes,
What
lemon
the
pie.
biggest? This is a shit storm, guys. Oh my God!
Yes.
Am I the only one
Very
that's
cherries.
not going
Verbal
over his
cushion.
head?
He didn't even see a boot the right way. What the
I'm
hell?
starting to think there is no tornado.
Oh my God!
All right. Good night, everybody. We're having. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Good night.
Yeah,
Bye.
have a good one.